your support. Please share with family and friends. We have a really important topic that we're going to talk about this morning. Let me just check that everything is this afternoon, I should say. It's 2:30 in the UK. And let me just take this opportunity to say, happy Sunday to you all. Just trying to get a few things in, to test the system. So bear with us for a few minutes whilst we test that everything is all set up. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and let's have a look. So we're gonna just test everything. And you can hear how long in the background, and that's because we want it to really get people on board. So happy Sunday to you all. Please do share the broadcast with family and friends. We just want to try and that's a song that I wrote, and it's relevant to what is going on. We are 20 days into the election, and I'll give you some updates on that actually, which you will see. I don't know if you've noticed. I noticed something this morning, but I wanted to say good morning and happy Sunday to you all. And as you're coming in, of course, if you can, do share it as far as you can. Share this broadcast. We want to reach as many people as possible, because we need to discuss one or two things. And this broadcast is designed to specifically touch on issues that many of us have not been aware of. And sometimes we forget, what brought us to this point. So the picture here, you see the 3-step strategy to claiming all of Nigeria by the Fulani Military and the Colonials closely working with these Fulani Generals. So you got the picture there, and in the wording that wrote it is now clear that these military dictators, Abdulsalami, Abacha, and Babangida, intentionally deny powers to the local government they created without consent of the people when they imposed Promulgation Decree number 24 of 1999 that was dressed up as a constitution. And I maintain that. So we're going to go into detail to see exactly what they did. But before we do that, please do us a favor. As you're coming in, if you're watching us for the first time, don't forget, go ahead, subscribe to Citizen AY, click the notification button, give us a thumbs up, and share the broadcast on YouTube. We really, truly do need your support, because we can't do this on our own. And so please, if you're getting this broadcast and you haven't shared, we really urge you to go ahead and do so. Subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Help us grow the platform. Help us make sure that we can fix things. Now, the majority of the people who we want to join us, the reason why we are going to be doing programs like this now is to wake up majority of the people who are going to vote. We've been saying no election, and we have been saying it in Yoruba Nation, and I believe in Yoruba Nation 100%. But we have to recognize the fact that there is a lot more people who are still going to go and vote in this fraudulent elections. So what we are trying to do is, we know they're going to vote, but if that's the case, then at least we make sure that they are aware of what the consequence of them voting means. So that is what we are trying to do here. And the song keeps asking, how long will I go to suffer? So please do share this broadcast, because it would really be it will help a lot of people to be aware of what is happening, and just help us reach more people, because what is going on right now is beyond just a joke anymore. And also, let me touch briefly. I want to touch briefly on the issue of the issue of the Yoruba Nation. There's two different announcements made by two different people, and there's no clear direction. So we need to deal with that in-house. And also, we also touch on the three. We made the souls of those three that were killed yesterday in Ibadan, because apparently when they were doing the protest, 3 people were killed yesterday in Ibadan. And all of this, it's a shame that their lives have been taken. So we have to make sure that when we're doing Yoruba Nation, when we're talking about that, we've got steps in place for the people who we are going to tell to go and protest. We shouldn't have been in a situation whereby the lives are taken and there is no collective action that we take to address those lives. For the family of those 3 dead, may their souls rest. May the souls of those 3 who were killed in the battle yesterday, may their souls rest in peace. But there's a lot more work and questions that we need to ask ourselves as Yoruba people. So that is what I'm trying to hopefully, touch on. And of course, it's not only Yoruba people. We are talking also about my Biafran brothers. We had discussions yesterday. And what we are trying to do is to really, we need to really make sure that our people understand that the situation on ground requires us all to work together doubly hard. No one group of people, i.e. Yorubas alone, cannot get independence. Biafrans alone cannot get independence. Middle Belt alone cannot get independence. Ambazonians cannot get independence. It's when we all work together collectively that we achieve that. I firmly believe that. And that is what we are trying to really bring into, Gift Johnson, Mordodit, Markdit Mentor. Good morning to you all. If you are joining us on Facebook, so please, if you're joining us, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Help us grow the platform. It is really important that we reach as many people, and get the message out there. There is a lot. The message that you see on the screen, we will go into that in detail. And give it will hopefully enlighten many so that they can make an informed decision, because many of us have not been aware of what's been done. So that's the idea of what we're trying to do. So Alade Emmanuel, good morning and welcome to you. Good afternoon. So please don't forget, go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Help us reach as many more people as we can. We're trying to raise the level of awareness. So now, the topic is this. We're going to go into that in detail. The 3-step strategy claiming all of Nigeria by the Fulani Military and the Colonials, closely working with these Fulani Generals. What I want us to really begin to understand is that many of the things that the generals did, they didn't do it on their own. Don't forget, all of the generals, many of them went to Sandhurst in the UK. Many of them went to Sandhurst in the UK to get this to become, before they became generals and before they served in the army. So that is one thing that we have to really, really factor in our discussions, because for some time we have not really addressed that. We have not addressed that as a group. So I urge us all, let's begin to look at that. Now, before we start proper, I'm just giving some more time so that people can join us, because this is very important. And afterwards, if you do after the broadcast, you can of course share it to reach more people, and give us the like button as you're coming in, because what we're trying to do is to raise that level of awareness. And what we aim to do here is to give us the tools we need, because it is now obvious to many of us that the tools we need to free ourselves has been hidden from us. Many people believe in everything else other than our collective strength. Many people look to other things than our collective strength. Our strength together as Yoruba people, as Igbos, as Biafrans, as Middle Belt, all of those put together, they will really help us in achieving independence. And that is very, very important to understand. So now let's go proper into the thing. Before I go ahead, now, they've got, apparently it's 20, we got 20 days, 15 hours and 59 seconds. But I want you to be aware of something. Maybe I'm wrong. I wanted you to see that. You see, that is the website. That was the official website of the of the elections. I wanted you to see that yourself because I didn't want to say anything. That is the official website for INEC, the INEC. So let's do that again. Let me see if I can just go back again. I'll take one step back. So let's go. You see, it says here, timetable for the 2023 general elections, INEC Nigeria. So let's go back again. Let's have a check this now again. So when you click on it, what should happen is before, in the last few days before, the last week or so, when I pressed it, it came on. Now we are clicking on that, and you got the link on there. Can you see? I hope you can see this link. The link. You can see the link across the top of the screen. So I'm gonna click on it. You can copy it. You can do the same thing. In fact, what I'll do, I will see if I can get a copy of that link and share it with you as well. You know, I'll share it in the broadcast on Facebook, on YouTube, so that way you can go and do the same thing, and let us see if what is happening there is is expected, because that is concerning. I just noticed now that it froze, but I don't want to make any assumptions. Let's see. So now here we go. So I'm going to put that here. Those of you on YouTube, it's on there. You can just go and click on it yourself and see. I'll see if I can put it on Facebook as well, so that you can do the same thing, just to get an idea of what is going on, because it's interesting. So I'm going to put that there. So you go and do the same thing, and let us see if is that the one? Yeah. So you can type on that and see. So now we're going to go to the place again, and I want to click on it, because that is supposed to be giving you the countdown for the so-called elections. We all know it's a fraud, and I've stated on many occasions that the local government area, they have no autonomy. And if your local government area has no autonomy to control your budget, or to be held accountable for lack of provision of facilities to you, of what use is you voting in any elections? And that's why I'm saying, those of you who are espousing to support support Peter Obi, support anyone you want, the elections will not stop this fact. As we speak, the local government authority have no autonomy, and that will not change the impoverishment that is going on in the local government areas till date. And a lot of what we will do in this topic will bring a lot of that into light. So I hope you can see that. So let's click on this again. So here we go. So you can see that now. I've shared that with you, so you can see on the screen that it's gone blank. It says error establishing data. Does that mean, so what I'm wondering is, does that mean, please do share this broadcast, does that mean that the data is not working, or could it be that there's something else to it? Because is this an indication of what is to come? If suddenly the website that is giving you the live running of this of the countdown to the fraudulent election suddenly faulty, I don't know. What are your thoughts? How do you see it? How are you seeing it? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? So please do share this broadcast as you're joining us. Enife Emuhowo, thank you. Oluwagbemiga, yeah, thank you very much. Please, as you're coming in, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. There are over 119,000 followers on Facebook for Citizen AY. Please go ahead and subscribe and share the broadcast. Help us reach more people. We really do need your support in getting as many people as possible to get this information. So the song that you are hearing behind in the background is called "How Long Una Go to Suffer." It's a song I wrote it's a call to wake our people up, that how long are we going to be suffering, because we have been suffering for a long time. If you haven't subscribed to Citizen AY, please go ahead and do so now, and it would really help us to get our messaging out there, because we do things a little bit different. We have our own way of doing things, and how to get our message out there, how to reach more people in terms of the really important decisions that we'll be making. So you are very, very key in what we're saying and how we're going to say it. You have a really important role in that. So please don't delay. Do share. Now, so you've seen now. So one more time, we're gonna try that website of the government to see what is going on, and you know, please do type in. Let us know if you're feeling the same. If you have the same result. So I'm gonna check it again on here. Maybe it could be the network. So let me just see. It could be network. It could be anything. So it looks like it's back now. Timetable. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah. So I've got the same issue here. So it says error establishing a database connection. So there's some sort of problem with the website for the countdown to the so-called INEC elections. So just be aware of that. You're hearing that on Citizen AY. Again, condolences to those who were killed. The 3 people that were killed at the protest in Ibadan yesterday, may their souls rest in peace. We do, as a Yoruba nation, need to work out a plan how we can go, how we will, the kind of things we're going to do to minimize the loss of life of those who believe in Yoruba nation. Yes, you can. We want to promote this and people to go forward, but we got to be very, very clear what systems we have in place. Do we have clear systems across all of the 8 states in place right now that will protect the lives of those who are supporting Yoruba nation? Do we have that? That's the question we need to ask ourselves collectively. So I'm asking that question, and I'm hoping that many people, thank you very much, Oluwagbemiga. I appreciate you sharing the post. Many of you continue to share the post. I appreciate that. So now, we got a problem there clearly. So the link is not working. So we're gonna move on. Let's move on. Let's move along now. We're gonna do something a little bit more different now. Let's have a look at what is going on. So now, what I want to do is we're gonna do this broadcast. If you do, maybe later on we can call in, but I want to do something first. Where is it? So just give me a minute. So here we are. So you're gonna see me share the screen, because this is very important that we share screen. Not that one. Is that it? No, here. Okay, so I think that's it. I think we're there. Okay, so now, so do that. Let's see if it works. Okay, so now we are going to begin the discussions, and I urge you all. It's a presentation of how we got to where we got to, how we got to the place we are now. Again, it says it is now very clear that these military dictators, Abdul Salam, Abacha, and Babangida, intentionally deny powers to the local government they created without consent of the people when they imposed Promulgation Decree number 24 of 1999 that was dressed up as a constitution. So this is trying to give us a background into, what is really happening and how we got to where we are now. So please do share this broadcast. As you're hearing it, share the broadcast. Don't keep it going. So you're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power, but please help us share and reach more people so that this information can reach all of us. It's very, very important. Now, so let's go to the first page. So you can see they got the 3 men there. There were 3 military men that have been involved in all of this. Babangida is number 1. Late Abacha is the other one. And Abdul Salam. And they all had individual roles to play in this. So this was actually a plan that they put together, and of course with the knowledge of the colonials that were involved. So let us now go to the next step. So let's go here now. So let's go here. Sorry, go back again. So now here is now where we now go into the discussion proper. So let's see if I can. I'm hoping that you can see that. So I'm hoping you can see it. So we're gonna try and I'm gonna move that to the side somewhere just so you can see me. I can put it somewhere here anyway. So I'm gonna read through it. So now, step 1. Here's step 1. Babangida was in power. So part of after they took power, they took power and they silenced everybody and everything else was happening. All the while they were trying to prepare the ground for the ultimate goal, which was the imposition of this 1999 constitution. Now many people will not understand. So creation of states by dictators, military president General Babangida. Now here's how they started. On the 23rd of September 1987, Babangida created 2 states, Akwa Ibom and Katsina. Now, for some reason, they came up with excuses that, oh, they were trying to balance the things, balance whatever they were trying to do. It was lopsided. There was, as a military man, that should not be your concern. You should be focusing on the security of the state, of the nation, and to hand over power as quickly as possible. But they were looking for ways to silence anybody. There was no freedom of press, and they suppressed it. So while that was happening, they decided, right, okay, we're going to start carving the states up. So please share this broadcast. It's very, very important. So that happened on the 23rd of September 1987. Please, I want you to keep in mind, I will come back there. I will be showing you a map later on, and you will see how this was playing out and the ultimate plan. And it was very clever, because, and of course with the help of the colonials who were telling them all of this. So they went and created Akwa Ibom and Katsina, because they are military men. They've taken over power by force. They're preventing true democracy to take place, and the people expression of true democracy, where the journalists can report on what's going on. Many people were killed. Delegiwa, to mention but a few. Of course, we all know by 1993, Abiola was killed. So these are things that were really playing up. So, but September 1987, they created two states, Akwa Ibom and Katsina, and then they stopped all the way until August 27th of August 1991. And then he created 9 more states: Abia, Enugu, Delta, Jigawa, Kebbi, Osun, Kogi, Taraba, Yobe, bringing the total number of states to 30 in 1991. Now, I am going to bring you back to this issue of Katsina State, because what they did was, when they created Akwa Ibom and Katsina, people wouldn't understand what was going on. What was really why they created and carved up Kaduna State was to hide the fact that they were going to give the North more local government areas. That is what was really going on. That was the plan, but they had to hide it. So all of this, they had to hide it, whilst at the same time still being in power. When you're in power, you can do whatever you want, and you can take you take control. So anyway, so the next thing now is, we're going to go to the next page. So you can see now they created the state they created. We didn't give them the power to do that. Keep in mind, all of this was decided by the military with no involvement by the people. This was their own creation. So let's go to the next thing. So now, sorry about that. I'm going to do this. So now, step 2. So remember, 87, 91. Yeah. So between October 96 and 91, Abiola was he won the elections on June 12, 1993. If you all recall, he won the election, then Abiola won it. So and they denied him that access. Now, to tell you what, let's retrace our steps a little bit to tell you that their plan, this was always their plan, and that's why they could not allow Abiola to win. They knew that if Abiola had won, he would have put a stop to their state plans. He would have put a stop to it. So let's go back again. Look, remember, sorry. So now look, 87 to 91, we were all calling, all the while we were calling for democracy to return to that contraption called Nigeria. Everybody was clamoring. There were Delegiwa and many other people, late Gani Fawemi, and Taisho Rani, Bola Ige. Many people were all the while. We've been protesting, clamoring for self-determination. Please share this broadcast. Share this broadcast. It's very, very important, because the more you share it, we want more people who are thinking of voting to understand what was done. If you don't understand what was done, you are going to continue to believe in this false constitution that is before you. And we are here to open your eyes. So please, we urge you go ahead and share this broadcast. Let us raise the level of awareness within our community. This is really important. So like I said, 87, it created 2 states. And then they left it all the way until 1991 to create a further, to bring the states to 30. 9 more states. And without the say-so of the people, they decided to carve it up. But it wasn't by their own selves. I'm even certain that the colonials had a hand in the creation of those states to create division and ensure that there was absolute control over the resources in our land for the benefit of the colonials and obviously those who are the proxies. So now let's go to the next step. So now you've seen that Abacha on October. So now I hope you're following me. I should have put Abiola there, but we all know the issue about June 12 and how Abiola was killed in 1998. So that was 2 years after the creation of the state. But the June 12 is in the middle of all of this. And I'm trying to get you to understand that had it been that Abiola won that election, they will not have been able to redraw any more of the states that we have. You see, they wouldn't have been able to have 36 states. They wouldn't have been able to do that. And they would have probably withdrawn the whole thing because the people would have decided what they wanted without the military intervening. The military wanted to impose their own map of the nation on us. That is very important to understand. So this is why they did not want Abiola to win. They could not afford to let Abiola win because he was interfering with their plan. And this is why I'm calling the 3-step strategy. So Babangida took it so far. Abacha was then taking the next step, which is to create, if you saw on the October 1, 1996, he created 6 further states: Ebonyi, Bayelsa, Nasarawa, Zamfara, Gombe, and Ekiti. Again, the area that you look at, Nasarawa, Zamfara, and Katsina, those states are very key because those states are going to hide what their real intentions, which was to create local government areas more in the north. That means that when you have more local government areas in the north, that means automatically the power base is going to shift to the north. Keep in mind what was happening before. They've been trying to tell us that, oh, there was more, the census by James Robertson and all of that, were trying to tell us that there was more population in the north. But it's not the case. It is not the case because the desert area can never be more populated than the area with forest. It's just simple science. We're not even going to go. It's just simple science. This is just simple science. Go and check it. People will gravitate towards where there's water, where there's forest, where they can grow food, than be in the desert. So it's just a natural order of things. But what they did was the military wanted to put the impression in our minds that they were more. So they started moving the local government areas to creating more in the north. So they were putting places where empty places where there was nobody. They were putting local government areas. But they did not increase the local government areas in the south. I'll give you an example, but let's carry on. So now you now see that between 91 and 96, June 12 is in the middle of that. Is in that area where they killed Abiola. So they know, like I said, if they had allowed Abiola, if Abiola had come into it, he would have stopped all their plans for the local government areas to put more local government areas in the north. So let's go to the next step. So now I want to show you this picture. This picture is a picture of the 18 states. 18 states, I think it is, before 1987. So we have Sokoto, Kaduna, Kano, Bauchi, Sokoto, Kaduna, Kano, Bauchi, Borno, Gongola, Plateau, Niger, Kwara, Benue, Anambra, Cross River, Imo, Rivers, Bendel, Ondo, Oyo, Ogun, and Lagos. But I rather more prefer to say Eko. I don't like to say Lagos because Lagos is a lagoon. It means a lagoon. We are Eko Akete, Ile Awon Awori. That's what we should be calling ourselves. We need to own our names. These are, these are all times to enslave us. So before 1987, be very, very clear. That is what we had. And I'm putting it on the screen so you can see it. Before 1987, we had those 18 states. Yeah? Now, by the end of June 1998, to tell you they had an agenda they were sticking to, there were 36 states. So now you can now see the 36 states are heavily in the north. They are heavily in the north. So what you saw as Sokoto in the old map, I hope you are following me. Please share. I hope you're sharing and follow. What you are seeing, please type 1 if you're following what is being said in here and if it resonates with you. We are going to go. We're going to make sure that we explain this and continue to enlighten our people. Please, this is very important information. If you can share it to as many people as possible, I'd really appreciate that. Don't just watch alone. When you're coming into Citizen AY on YouTube, click subscription, click notification, give us the thumbs up. Please, it's very important information. We need you to reach as many people as possible, particularly those of you who are going to vote at the elections. If you're going to vote, I'm not saying don't vote, but if you are going to vote, understand what was done to you. Understand why your local government area has no autonomy, and that's what we're trying to put before you. So you can see, I'm showing you a before and after effect. We're showing you a before and after effect of what the military plan was. It was a 3-plan strategy. It was a 3-step strategy. It would have been carried out by 1 person or 2 people or 3. It didn't matter. The most important thing was that they would complete that task, and they did. And that is what we are suffering from till today. Now, so now you can see. So let's go back again. So you could see. Are you all there? I hope you can see me. Yeah, you can. So now you can see that Sokoto in the old map. Sokoto in the old map, right? Please share. Sokoto in the old map was carved into 3 in the new map: Sokoto, Kebbi, Zamfara. Now the reason why they did that was Sokoto in the olden days had, you will see they had 23 or 24 local government areas, the whole of Sokoto. Now with the carving up of Sokoto in the new way, it now means that Sokoto, Kebbi and Zamfara would have, by the end of it, more than they had at the beginning. The same thing for Kano. Kano again, if you look at Kano there, Kano was carved up. Kano and Kaduna were put together, and then they put 2 states together and created 3 extra states. They created 2 extra states, Katsina and Jigawa. But the Kano, the number that of local government area in Kano was still maintained, and then they added to it. So we need to be very, very clear that this was it wasn't only about the constitution. The constitution was the final piece of the puzzle, but the creation of the state was very important, and that is why they will never let. That is why they never wanted Abiola. They would have never. They had to get rid of. Make sure that Abiola never won. So we got to be very clear, because their plan was to put this structure in place that we are suffering from till date. Please type 1 if you are following what we're saying. If it resonates with you, please type 1. Let's hear from you, because it's very important as we are going forward that this information is clear and is disseminated. Please do share. Give us thumbs up. Give us likes. Help us share. The more you share this broadcast, the more it will reach more people, because it is really, really important. So type 1 on the screen if you're on Facebook, or type 1, wherever you are. Go ahead and type 1. Sorry, let me go back again. So now you can see that those key states. I want you to look at the whole of Sokoto and the whole of Kano, and look at Kano. So they've added more bits. They've added Katsina, Jigawa, Zamfara, Kebbi. So 4 more states. But in those 4 states, that was where they did the most damage to us. That was what they used to create the power base they have now. That was the foundation. So we're going to go into it a bit more now. Okay, so now we're going to go and look closely into Kano. in the old map of Kano, I hope you are following me. In the old map of Kano, of Sokoto, of Sokoto. If you look at the old map, as of 1987, they only had 23 local government areas in the old Sokoto. So, but now when you now go, the Sokoto had 23 local government areas. Now, when they now withdrew the map, let's go back to the top. And I believe this was done by Babangida. So let's go back to the top again. Let me see if it's Babangida who did this. So who did the 1 second, I want to check your. So who did Kebbi? We're looking at Kebbi and Zamfara. I think it's either, I think it must have been, yeah, okay. So Zamfara was done by Abacha. So you can see it was part of the plan. And then let's go and look at the top. So and Katsina was carried out by Babangida. So you can see now. So let's go back down. So you see, sorry. Kebbi and Zamfara. I'll say that again. Let me say it again. Let's go back and look at this picture here. So you look at Kebbi and Zamfara. So who did that? So we want to go back up. So Zamfara was done by Abacha. He created the states, and then Abacha carried out. What was the one he carried out? There was someone. Kebbi. Yeah, he carried out Kebbi. So you can see Kebbi there. So let's go back to the map now. So you can see Kebbi was done by Babangida. Zamfara was done by Abacha. Can you see? So all of these were key states. They had to. The idea was to give themselves more local government areas to be able to control the political base of the nation. It's important we understand this. So now let's go to the next stop. So now here, sorry. So now, you see the whole of Sokoto in the old map, the whole of Sokoto had 23 local government areas. Now when they redrew it, the new Sokoto they redrew up still had 23 local government areas, but they then added 21 local government areas for Kebbi. Now you see, when they tell you, they didn't tell you why they were creating it. They just said we're creating it for balance. But they didn't tell us. They hid this from us. So Sokoto, the old Sokoto, has the same 23 local government areas. But now you see that Kebbi has 21 local government areas in the same area. And then Zamfara had 14 local government areas. And that meant that the old Kano with 23 local government areas in the same geographical area now had the total of 58 local government areas, and that was an increase of 35 local government areas, Very important we understand this bit. So please do share this broadcast. I appreciate that many of you may not be fully conversant. Please subscribe, share. So let me see if I can move that here. Can I move that? So I put it in here. I might move it. I'll be moving it up and down because I wanted to make sure I need to use the spaces. So you can see this is where we have to understand that anybody talking about, if you're talking about elections now, you need to understand that the foundation for the 1999 constitution is what you're looking at, and it has denied you that you're watching me your right to better a much better quality of life, because the military, without the say so of us the people, they impose this fraud on us. 35 local government areas awarded to the north without our say so, without any discussion, and that is what we are suffering from, part of what we're suffering from. So we'll carry on again. So let's go to the next one. So now look at the old Kano. The old Kano had 20 local government areas, yeah, and Kaduna had 14 local government areas. Can you see? 14 local government areas. Can you see that? They had 14 local government areas. So that's 34 together. So let's just do a quick math on that if we can. So that's 34. So let's see. So 34 local government areas. So when you add Kano and Kaduna, that was 34 local government areas. So now, what that means is now, that was in the old map for the 18 states. You follow? Now look at what the military have done. So again, let's go and look at who did this. So Katsina, I believe Katsina and Jigawa was shared. Katsina was done by Babangida. So let's go up to the top. So you need to understand. So Babangida created Katsina. Can you see that? In 87, all of this was done to increase the local government area. That means that they will have the power base in the north. That is what you're suffering from today, till today. So now let's go back down. So you can see now, you can see there's Katsina there. And that's why I said it was a three-step strategy. It was a three-step strategy. Had it been that Abiola won, they would never have been able to carry this out. Had it been that they allowed Abiola to be the president, then legitimately that he won the elections, 8 million to 5 million votes of Tofa, they would have never been able to carry this out. We'll be saying something completely different. Completely different. So now, let's go to the next step. So now, so you can see that now. So I'm just going to show you. So the next one, so Kebbi. So Zamfara was done, of course, by Abacha, late Abacha. So let's go on it. You can see Zamfara. That was created on October 1st, 1996. So you can see Zamfara is there. All of that, the plan was to create more states. So remember, the first one, go back. So the North now had 35 local government areas more than they had before the process began. 35 plus another 73 local government areas. Because if you look at local government area, look at Kano. The old Kano had 20. The new one that they created had 46. So that means that there was 26 more local government areas for the same local government area. And then they now added extra Katsina. Katsina now had 34, Jigawa 27, Kaduna 23, and the old Kaduna had 14. So that means that there was 73 local government areas. So when you do that, 73 and 35, that's 108. So they had 108 more local government areas in the north created by the military. I hope you are following what I'm saying here. Hope you are following what I'm saying. This is very important. I'd like you to share it. I'd like you to reach more people, because this is very, very important for us to understand. Particularly those of you who are going to vote for Obi, you need to watch this. You need to understand what has been done, because we have to break this down for you all so that you understand what has been done to us. So please do share. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We need your help. We need your support to get this information out. So please continue to share. Share. Nsema Sebong, thank you very much. My brother, please share. I appreciate you. Share this information. Very, very important. So Leo Koshemani, thank you very much. Yemi Ese, thank you. Mrs. Bella Osaram Wense, thank you. Ogubi Sakridin, thank you very much. So let me try and I'm going to try and share it to more people, particularly if you're watching on YouTube. This is very important information. I know some people who have been in this struggle for long are aware, but many who are, the youngsters are not aware of this key information. That is why we've had to break it down at this level to make sure that we understand what has been done. So give me a minute, please. Let me just make sure that it's going in the right direction. 1 second. So I'm just trying to put this to as many people as possible so that we understand what is going on. We have to really understand. So you can see, and that's why I said it's a three-step strategy. Number one, Babangida came in. When Abiola won the elections, they had to stop it. When they stopped Abiola from doing it, they had to continue. So they started again. They started it up with Abacha, but in the process he died. So that was step 2. But now let's go and continue on the step 2 to see the breakdown of that. So please, let's continue to watch and share. Now let's go down again. So now, you remember I said they had 73 plus 35. That means it's 108. So we have 108 local government areas more in the north, in the same geographical area. But they've given the north 108 more local government areas, more than the South. More than the South. And we will break that down a little bit more. So now, let's go here. So, the key areas of the trickery are substituted by the Fulani military by creating states. The military men between 1988, 87, and 91 had more than double the local government areas, from 23 local government areas to 58 local government areas. All this had a geopolitical motive. The military was to the military was to the military wanted to protect the military was to protect the people, not meddle in politics. Exactly. But this move is clearly political. The military increased the number of LGAs in the north by 108 and no increases in the south. It's really important we understand that there's no increases in the south. So I'm just trying to check. I hope make sure that this thing is not going anywhere. You can still see me good. So please continue to share this broadcast. You're watching Citizen Aid. There's a bit of a typo there, but I'll fix that later. I think I can. Let me see if I can actually do this once I'm on air now, because there was a bit of a typo which I'm not too happy with. Let me see. Can I go on there? No, it won't let me do it there. Can I do that? So let me just quickly go and adjust the typo, because it's bugging me when I say it. So give me a second. Then we will then go and look at the paper, the things properly. So okay, let's take that way there. Okay, and then so 1 second. It's gonna be some changes to the thing. Okay, so 1 minute. Okay, not meddle, yeah, in politics, yeah. Okay, so now, so we can carry on. Let's go here. So now, here's the bit that I want you to really understand. So I hope that is making sense. This is something that I called this from a newspaper. What's that paper called? I've got to give them. I have to give credit to those who so it's from Guardian, from the Guardian, 2016. And so we're just trying to, because it's important to give the information. So now, the key things that I want to look at was that for example, Lagos State had 8 local government in 1979, and they were Lagos Island, Lagos Mainland, Shomolu, Mushin, Badragri, Koduru, Keja. The same Lagos State now has 20 local government areas according to 1999 Constitution. In the 1979, Kano State had 20 local governments, namely Kano, Dambatata, Regim, and all of that. So you can see they're giving you the similarities. So you can see as of 1979, the Kano had 20, and Lagos, I think, around 20. So you can see the background to what is being done. So when they tell you, oh, this is about the democratic move, it's all a lie. Don't fall for the okie doke. It is all a lie. And that is what we're trying to, hopefully, wake us up, to make sure that we all, join and share. So please, it's very important as you're coming in that you share this broadcast. I'm going to pause for a second and give others time to catch up, and maybe we might make some calls. Maybe I might take some calls in the middle of it, but I wanted this information to really, circulate and give people time to think about it, to understand quite how bad this is. What we're faced with is really quite bad, and there is no way, based on what you are seeing before you, there is no way that you can call this a democracy. It is not a democratic action in any way, shape, or form, and that is the point that is being made here. So let me just see if I can get that back up and running. 1 second, please. So I wanted to just bring that to you. Shoot, my tea is gonna go cold. Sorry. So I'm just trying to give you this information so that we can really get that what has been done to us. Many of us are not aware. So now let's go and read this. I'll take that down here for a minute, and I'll just read it from here. So there was a lingering problem over the way and manner the local governments have been created arbitrarily in this country. Listen. So it was arbitrarily created, but it was by design, because there was 3-step strategy. Remember, Babangida, late Abacha. Finally, the seal and the deal on the deal was the action of Abdul Salami. So The problem became worse under military. Some call it military nepotism. That's what I'm trying to bring out here. I hope you can see the broadcast as I'm seeing it. So nepotism, as it is now, as it is now, with the 1999 constitution very difficult to amend, it seems we have to live and endure with the problem for a long time, which is what we are facing now. This is why we have to retrace that history so we understand what is going on. And it's very, very important. But many of us just say, oh, this is nothing to do with praying. This is a deliberate act by the military men to oppress and suppress their own people. These men do not deserve to be praised in any way, shape, or form. They need to be pilloried. They need to be exposed for the crimes that they've imposed, that they have put on all of us to date. And we are suffering. We are suffering this effect of that till date. So we 1 second, let me just get this thing right. I'm trying to get something here. Okay, okay, just want to make sure. So because this is a very important information that we should be sharing, because it is something for those of you who are planning to vote. Again, I'm going to show you something on the broadcast to show you that there is something amiss anyway, and I think I showed it earlier on. Let me see if I can get that back up. 1 second, I'll just get, if I can. Is it here? Don't know if it's there. Is it there? Is it that one? Yeah, I want to just show you something. Let's go back a touch. So now click on this one. I want you to look at this and see what I mean. You will see exactly what I mean. So if you click on that, I've already shared that link with those of you who are watching. I've already shared that link with on both on Facebook and on YouTube. Please go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. There are over 119,000 followers of Citizen AY on Facebook. Facebook has switched off our notification. That's why people don't see us when we come on live. So we're trying to move completely all the way to onto YouTube. So please do help us. We do need your support. Let's continue to reach more people. So let's go here. And good afternoon to those of you coming. As you're coming in, please don't forget to subscribe, hit notification button, give us the thumbs up. We really do need your support because we have to reach more people and get this information out to as many people as possible. Do share, we urge you. So now, this is the timetable for the elections. Now it says it's been stuck now on 20 hours, 15 hours, 20 days, 15 hours, 59 minutes, 54 seconds. It's been stuck for over an hour. It's been stuck on that. It hasn't moved. Now, when I go and click on it, you can do the same thing. Click on that. Hope it comes back. That's what you find. That is what you will find on the broadcast. So that suggests there's something else there. And we have to be very, very aware. So please, 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 let us, make sure that we are not just accepting this as it is. We need to make some changes. We need to make sure people are aware. So like I said, what is quite interesting in all of this is that to see that the situation on ground is quite bad, but they are hiding things. So I mean, if they're not showing this, we are back in the days of the military where things are going missing. That should not be happening. Let me just type that. Let me just show you again, because I saw that just as about to go live. You should be able to get figures, and let me show you again. You will see that hasn't changed. It said 20 days, 15 hours, 59 minutes, 54 seconds. It has not changed. So that is why we're saying what we're saying. Please let us be aware. Let us make sure we continue to raise the level of awareness, because it's very important that we do so. So let me go back here. Is that the one? Sorry about that. So let me just move that back out. So yeah, so there I am. I'm back now, so you can see me. I hope you can see me behind the screen there. I've just put in this here, so you can see what they said now. So that is the problem that we face. So those of you who are talking about, you can see now that there's clearly no legitimacy to the constitution that is currently being imposed upon us. There is clearly zero legitimacy. Please type please share and subscribe as you're watching. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I really do need your help and support in growing Citizen AY on YouTube. We are on TikTok as well. You can join us. But YouTube is where we want to move to. Like I said, I will show you something, a bit of a breakdown of the number of people we have on Facebook. Facebook has switched off our notifications, and we're trying to build up the YouTube, because that is where we're going to gravitate towards, and other platforms, and TikTok as well. So it says here, before independence in 1960, there were 240 native authorities in Nigeria. The North had 144, the West had 55, and the East 47. The states were referred to as East, and East had 7. The states we refer to as East had 72 local governments. In 1979, while the zone we refer to as West, including Lagos, had 60. The states we group as North had 152 local government areas in 1979. While the old Midwestern region we named Bendel had 19 local governments. In total, we had 303 local governments. So I hope you are following. This is very important steps. So now, let's go and read a little bit more. For example, Lagos had, let me go back again. Yes, and just move that up. For Lagos had 8 local governments in 1979, and they were Lagos Island, Lagos Mainland, Shomolu, Mushin, Ekpe, Badagry, Ikorodu, and Ikeja. Lagos as in Eko, the same Lagos state now has 20 local governments according to the 1999 constitution. In 1979, Kano State had 20 local government areas. Yeah. Namely Kano Metropolitan, Dambata, Rigim, Minjiba, Gezewa, Bechwen, Dawakin, Tofa, Gwazon, Tundun, Wada, Rano, Wudil, Dawakin, Kudu, Dutse, Jahun, Bernin, Kudu, Gaya, Hadejia, Kefin, Hausa, Gumel, and Kazaure. Now the old Kano state has been broken into 2 states, Jigawa and Kano states respectively. The present Kano state has 46 local government areas, while Jigawa has 27 local government areas. In short, old Kano in 1969 now has 73 local government areas. You see that? Imo State has 22 local government areas, and now Imo State has been broken into Abia and Imo State respectively. All of this is designed to ensure that the power base remains in the north. That's what it's been, I hope you're following and understanding that. And those of you who are going to vote, I need you really need to understand that this is what the agenda is. So please do share the broadcast. Let's go on now. So the last exercise on the creation of local government in Nigeria was carried out by late, did you see that? Carried out by late General Sani Abacha in 1995, when he appointed Chief Arthur Christopher Izeobunam Mbanefo, 86, as the chairman of the panel. Mbanefo, a chartered accountant, later became Nigeria's ambassador to the United Nations during the tenure of President Olusegun Obasanjo. The secretary of the then panel was Adamu Fika, now chairman of the National Assembly Commission. Other members of the panel were Miss Adefemi Agbeke, Tyrone Williams, former secretary to Lagos State Government, but was married to Chief Touch Orishewemi Taire, who died October 15 last year, age 81. Chief Kunle. So they mentioned the names of people. That's not of but we're just going to go on. So now I want you to read this, so then we'll come back and then see the really important part. Please do share this broadcast and reach more people. That's very key information for those of you who are going to vote. And remember, like I told you now, the website for the countdown for the elections is down. Let me show you what I mean. The website for the election countdown is down. So when you click on this, it says error establishing a database connection, which means that the live countdown is down. Is that an indication of what is to come? I don't know. I don't have an idea. But I have to say to you that INEC is not reliable. I've showed you a video where the INEC has actually drawn up northwest, northeast, north central without the middle belt. And they are saying that the whole of those areas is 51 million people. So we cannot trust INEC anyway. But this is a live figure. Let me go back again to show you. So let me go back again. So this is the website. I've pinned it on there. You can do the same thing and you will experience the same thing. So here we go. So that's what we're experiencing. So we will leave that and come. In fact, let me quickly show you what I mean. I'll quickly do this quickly. Go back into Facebook and I'm going to show you the Facebook, why we are moving away from Facebook. Facebook have been very, very difficult with us, and they're making things very difficult. They switched off the notifications on one second. So here we are. So we switch off the notifications. Where is it? Right. So let me show you what we have, because I want to. This is very important when we're going forward, so you know and understand why we need your help in reaching more people. The switch off our notifications. It says here on here. It says 119 870 followers on Facebook. It says that. You see that it says that there. So let's see if I can show you. Here we go. I think. So it was 2018. Now here we go. So I want you to look at that. You see, 119 861. You see, and I think that number might have even dropped. Has it dropped? Because it was 870 before. So we are losing more people as they're coming in and interfering in what is being done. Let me just show. Let me see if I can get that there. 1 second. Oh, I can't see it. Anyway, I'll come back. 1 minute. Yeah, so now, but anyway, what I wanted to show you is what I've shown you there, so you can at least have an idea of what is going on, because oftentimes that has been the problem. So you see that. So you can see now that of the 119,861 people who are watching me now, Facebook have switched off notifications for all of them. So let me just go. So 1 second. Do you want to? Yeah. So as we speak now, I wonder how many people are watching us, because I don't even know. But we're not going to be deterred. It's not. 1 second. So I want to see how many people are watching us right now. So 10 are watching us on Facebook. There's definitely more than that, but it's all been switched off. So please do share the broadcast. Do share. Reach more people. We need your help at all, you know. Yeah, I will do. Leo Koshemani Esther. I will endeavor to do that in Yoruba. I'll do a program for that, because it's going to be very long-winded. I will do that. Thank you very much for that idea. I will do that. In fact, Mashe, so Mashe, but it's gonna focus. I will do that. Thank you very much. So, but please do share. So now, so that's where you have it. So again, the database error. Let's go back again on that one. Let's see what we have. So let's go and do this. So now if we type on this, I'm just doing this live on air. You can do the same thing. Let's see what we're seeing. So error database. Just be conscious of that. That's been going on for some time now. It's been stuck on. The last known time is 20 days, 15 hours, 59 seconds, and 59 minutes and 54 seconds. So keep that date in mind. Let's keep an eye how long this will be down for. So let's carry on with the broadcast. Now, on December 16, 1997, General appointed that person. Okay, I've done that before. So as a way out, we should let me see. So there will always be constant conflict on creation of local governments in this country, as long as states blessed with more local government earn more than other states with less local government. Can you see? That is a very fundamental statement. I want you to consider that. There will always be a constant conflict on creation of local governments in this country, as long as states blessed with more local government earn more than other states with less local government. So you see now, this is all political move to ensure that whatever funds comes in is heavily weighted to those local government areas. And by the way, the local government areas, although they're receiving funding, they don't have autonomy. So this is just a way to suck up the money, the wealth of the nation. I hope you're seeing this. So we really need this kind of information to reach more people. Please endeavor to share. If you haven't shared this broadcast, Share it to reach many more people. The question remains, how long will not go to suffer? How long? How long? We're asking you because what is going on here is sheer injustice. It is sheer injustice. And we do not want you to just, leave this to you to nobody else can fix it for us. There is nobody, there's no Jesus coming from above to fix this. There's no Muhammad coming from above to fix it. This was done by the men I've shown you. Babangida, Abacha, Abdul Salam. They are the ones who have left us in this mess, who are forcing us to vote on the fraudulent elections that will not solve the problem of the lack of autonomy of the local government area. It will not solve it. So let's read on. So I hope you are sharing the broadcast. Please endeavor. This is really important information that should be shared. We don't do tittle tattle on this platform. We just come here and speak the truth to power, and we hope that people can learn and wake up. This is information, very important, powerful information that people can use to make informed decisions. To make you, when you hear this, then you decide for yourself whether or not it is worth your effort to vote in any elections where your local government area has no autonomy. For you to be able to question them about why they haven't built you roads, why they haven't built you schools, why they haven't built the bridges, why there's no safety and security. The local government area has zero autonomy. It's within the constitution. I will go into that on a separate broadcast. I did that a few days ago. I might touch on that briefly, but let us crack on. So now, as a way out of, we should return. So you can see now that they created more local government areas in the north, which meant that the north will get more. Like we said, there is not more people in the north than the south. So already, that is already a fraud in the system. The states that has less people are getting more money because of the creation of more local government areas by the military without the assist of the people. So this is sheer injustice that we've been going through since 1999. And the man who won the elections in the middle, I've told you, they would not. People are saying, no, Abiola was this. They just could not allow Abiola to be in place because he would have catapulted, he would have stopped all of this injustice dead. Because democracy, true democracy, would have existed. But what we have now is a fallacy, it's a fraud. It's a blatant fraud. So let's carry on. As a way out, we should return to the measure adopted in 1963. Maybe that will reduce the conflict, just maybe. Section 140 of the 1963 Constitution said, there shall be paid by the Federation to each region a sum equal to 50% of the proceeds of any royalty received by the Federation in respect of any minerals extracted in that region. Key point. And B, any mining rents derived by the Federation from within that region. So you can see this is an idea which is worth looking at. But we are past that stage. For me personally, it's too late. We have to withdraw the Constitution. But I'm just giving you something that could have worked. But they flatly rejected. The military men that I showed you, they flatly rejected it. Because their ulterior motive was to take the whole thing and impose and leave us where we are now. We are suffering from the effects of the imposition of a fraudulent 1999 Constitution, a promulgation decree by the military men, Babangida and later Abacha and Abdul Salam. We are suffering from the effects, and that is what has damaged the lives of many, many generations. Over 23 years now. And that is why we're not going to be silent. So let's carry on. The Federation shall credit to the distributable pool account a sum equal to 50% of the proceeds of any royalty received by the Federation in respect of minerals extracted in any region, and any mining rents derived by Federation from any region. Can you see now? You see that particular area? Do you know what it's dealing with? Let me show you something. Let me quickly go and bring something up. Those of you who follow Citizen AY, you know where I'm going. But let's just do this quickly. Again, I just want to show you this. The database is still down. The database is down. Make everybody know, let everybody know that the countdown for the elections is down. The countdown, where you have the countdown for the elections, the fraudulent elections. Look at it. It's been stuck. It's been stuck on 20 days, 15 hours, and 59 minutes, 54 seconds. It's been stuck now for at least 2-3 hours. Why is that? I hope, is this a foreboding? I don't know. I don't know if it's a foreboding or not, but let's click on it. You see, it's down. Why is it down? Is it telling us something? Keep an eye on that too. So let's go and look at the next thing I wanted to show you. So let's go and look at this. So now we're going to go to www.citizeny.org, and in there we're going to look at the very point that there is there. I want you to just bring that to your attention. So here we go. So please do share this broadcast. Share it, share. If you've shared it, share again. Share it to 100 people each. Share it to 100 people each, because it is that important, the information that we have. Now, you see the bit that I spoke about earlier on. So we're going to go to 75, page 75. This will tell you why we can no longer trust that contraption. This is the exclusive legislative list, right? We're going to go to section number 39 of that. That is of such immense importance. That alone, they have brought in mines and minerals, and all of the stuff that they find in any local area now stays under the federal government, and they are not mandated. The federal government do not have to pay the area where they find anything. They don't have to pay them anything. And the reason why that is the case, had it been that we had local government autonomy, then they would have to pay. But this is why I'm saying that this was designed. The Constitution of Nigeria is by design deliberately to ensure the local government had no powers, so that the federal government could take the resources and not pay anything. They could come to just this 5% derivative from 50%. Look at this. From 50% suggested, they're saying 5%. Let's look at this. So look at that. I want you to read that bit again. 50%. If you look at all of this here, it talks about the federation shall credit to the distributable pool account a sum equal to 50% of the proceeds of any royalty received by the federation in respect of minerals extracted in any region. Any mining rent derived by the federation from within any region. As it stands, they're giving them 5% or 13%, a paltry amount from that 50%. So you can tell that when people say, oh, local government have no power or this and that, it's by design. It is important to know it's by design. The state government have been encouraged that okay, you can keep the power. We do, and they don't want the state government to actually challenge that, because it means that if they challenge it, it stops the funds. All of this, you see, all of these people who are getting oil blocks, they are able to get away with it because of the 1999 Constitution. The government, successive governments have been able to award oil blocks to anybody because the local government has no autonomy. The local government authorities have no autonomy, and that has been the fundamental flaw that was deliberately put in there by Babangida, Alabaja, and Abdul Salam. Put in deliberately. Are we going to talk? So, but if you go and vote in an election, please tell me how this is going to be solved. We'd like to know. I would like to know how this can be solved in the election that you're going to vote for. You want to go and vote in election? Fine, I get it. You understand? I understand. But please, if you don't mind explaining, just explain to me in layman terms how that is going to be solved in an election. I'd just like to know, because I'm not, I'm just a layman. I don't know anything, I don't know anything, So that is, I have to restore something because it's just full up now. I'm going to come back to it because I'm trying to switch the phone on, but it's somewhat playing up on my phone, and I'm going to try and bring it back in. But these are the kind of things that we're talking about, and I'm hoping that people will understand that we are at a very critical moment now. We are at a very, 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 and I mean very critical moment, where this type of trickery and fraud we can no longer allow to go on. We can no longer allow it to go on. We can't allow it to go on. It is so wrong. It is so wrong. It is so very, very wrong. It is terribly unacceptable, and you and I need to work together to awaken our people. So the current situation, let me show you quickly, just to give you, for those of you watching us again. So let us make sure we are on the same page. Let me just show you. This exclusive legislative list has sat on, the exclusive legislative is a fraud. It has sat on any of the resources in your local government area. You have no control. That's why they can give oil block to anybody they want, because this constitution is the foundation for that fraud. This constitution, the 1999 constitution, is the foundation for that fraud that we must dismantle. Any election that you have will not change this constitution. We need to change it. We must change it. Now, so let me proceed now to the next step. So you can see now the breakdown of what I was showing you. 774 local government areas, making sure that overwhelmingly there was more of it in the north. And the more local government you had, they gave themselves, that meant that they would have more money. They would have more money, coming into the coffers from the federation account, even though there are no reflection of people there. So this is the fraud that we need to address. This is the fraud that we must address. That is why I felt the need to do this program in a presentational way, so that I didn't want to just talk alone. I wanted to give you facts and figures to back up what I'm saying. You see all of these areas there that you see, the whites you see there, they are all local government areas. They are all local government areas, all of them. And those local government areas, they don't have autonomy. It's by design. So anybody can find an oil well in anywhere, and they will give it to their friends. And the people who are from that area, they will not get that benefit. That's because of the fraudulent 1999 constitution under the exclusive legislative list, which I've just shown you a moment ago. So let's go on to the next step. Now, here is one that I want you to really study. This is the final piece. This is the the step 3. This is step 3 of that strategic plan of theirs. Step 3. Now let's go into it. To impose military constitutional and constitution and seal the 108 LGA's advantage to the north into the fraudulent 1999 constitution. Now you see why they did not want us. Now you understand why they did not want us to have any debate over that constitution, because they know that the minute there's any debate, people would question the local government areas. People will question everything will be on the table. They didn't want that. So they were not putting forward democracy. They wanted to ensure that what they put upon us stayed. You understand? So the promulgation decree was like a seal to seal off, to make sure that nobody can ever change what the military men, Babangida, Abacha, and Abdul Salam, has put over over our heads. So that's why it says here, to impose the military constitution and seal the 108 local government areas carved up by the military into the fraudulent 1999 constitution without even mention. They didn't even mention it. It's just is. You are not supposed to question it. It just is. You accept that that's how they drew it up. But that's very, very wrong. It's extremely wrong. So, and critically denying autonomy to 774 local government areas. They carved everything up, but they did not give those areas autonomy. They did not give them autonomy. So it's a double whammy. What they did, they took away power, and they were using them to suck away money to the center and keep it among themselves and give oil well to whoever they wanted, because the constitution, that the exclusive legislative list, gave them that power. They gave themselves the power. I hope you are following what I'm saying. I hope you are following. So now let's go on here. So without referendum, the key thing is this, and this is why we are at this point. I want you to really understand the job of a referendum is to allow the people to be part of the democratic process. The sole job of having a referendum is to allow for the people to be able to participate in the democratic process, to decide for themselves what type of laws they want to be used to govern them, what type of local government, what kind of rules, everything. And everybody, the one man, one vote applies to this particular situation of a referendum. You have your say on how your country should be run. And that is what they never gave us. That is why I was telling you, that's why that headline is so important. Let me show you again. I'll show you what I was showing. This. That's why I said 3-step strategy to claiming all of Nigeria. That is their 3-step strategy. Number 1, Babangida, he came in. When Tofa lost the elections, they had to make sure that Abiola never came in. They had to make sure, because of what they were doing with the local government areas that was going to be the foundation for the 1999 constitution. Number 2, Abacha, he came and moved that process forward quicker, brought in the last 6 states, and then they sealed it. The final seal on that was the constitution, because once you pass the constitution, it means that all of the local government areas would be as is, and they are as is, because of that fraudulent constitution that we the people never voted on. So I need you to really consider this and take this on, and please do share this broadcast. I'm going to have to do this broadcast in Yoruba. I will come back and do it in Yoruba maybe tomorrow, but I'll be doing it in Yoruba. But I wanted to do it in English because this is something that is it's impacting so many of us. Sorry, I'm hidden behind the screen here. Sorry, you won't see me. So it's impacting many of us. Please share this broadcast. I know it will have it's something powerful, but I know Facebook are really being very difficult when they're switching off our numbers. So please, the least you can do, subscribe to us on YouTube. Tell friends about this. Share this broadcast. If you can share it 100 times on Facebook or whatever platform you're watching it, share it. Let it reach as many people as possible, because this is information that is very vital to the very survival of those people who are mistaken in the belief that this election will solve the problem. I hope you can see now by what I've just explained now that this election is a charade. So let's carry on. Let me pull that back again. Let me make that smaller. So there. So now, so they forced this without referendum. They forced upon the nation a fraudulent constitution. So and claim to be and they're telling us that we're a democracy. And it was completed. The plan was for them to complete it, and it was completed by the 3rd General Abdul Salam that you see in the picture. He was the one on the 5th of May that signed this document that you see on the 5th day of May 1999. If you look at the top of the page there, you will see it says 5th of May 1999, and within there they even said the constitution set out in the schedule to this decree shall come into force on 29th of May 1999. You see, so they wrote it and they came and they imposed this without there was no participation by us the people. And then it said it says here the decree may be cited as the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999. These are indisputable facts. What I'm showing you are indisputable facts, and you can see the chronological way in which this was manifested, how it came about. We're focusing on their ideas and the plans behind why we are where we are. And I'm telling you that constitution that I'm looking at is not of their own making. It is very likely to have been a colonial idea put forward before them. Oh, this could be good. Yes, this will be very good. Because if you look at it now, the colonial powers, the UK, are supporting this fraud that we call the governors. They're supporting them. Katrina Ling is always there supporting the democracy. We're not a democracy. If the local government area has no autonomy, then what is democratic about the whole process? If the local government area has no autonomy, what is democratic about the whole process? I want to know. So let me see if I can get this right. Oh, it's just working. Oh, it's taking some time. I'm sorry, the phone is not responding as planned. But let me see. Let me go back again. So I'm hoping it will come back. Let me just check something quickly. Yeah, it is not responding as planned, and I'm trying to fix it. Sorry, not that one. Take that one away. Beg your pardon. It's not what I want. Okay. Yeah, so I don't want it to hold things up. But give me a minute, please. So I hope I hope you're finding this invaluable, and it's a learning tool that we can all learn from. And if I do miss anything out, please do let me know. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that we share this broadcast and reach more people. I will do everything in my power to make sure. 1 minute, please. Oh, sorry. So let me just try again. So as you're watching, we're going to go and look at this. So what we're looking at is that the final piece of the jigsaw was this constitution. To protect, this constitution is designed to protect the 108 local government areas that they illegally created. That's the job of this constitution. Because if they remove that foundation, then the power they have is gone. And that is why they did not want us to have local government areas with autonomy, because they control everything from the center without the say of the people. So we are not part of the process. If you think that you voting in this election means that you are part of a process, it's an illusion. It's an illusion. And we are here to wake you up, to make you realize that what they are doing is a fraud. It's a daylight fraud perpetuated on the people. We, to whom the resources belong, we have no ability to hold to account our local government authority to get them accountable to us. And equally, likewise, there is nowhere within that constitution that the local government has any constitutional powers. It's designed that way. It is designed that way. Please share this broadcast. So you can see now. So, and that is what brought us to the point where we are now looking at the constitution and beginning to understand exactly how all of this fits together. So the first part of it was to create the states. And let me go back to the top of the broadcast quickly. Let me see if I can show you this trickery. And you need to understand the trickery. When Babangida first came, he created 2 states, Akwa Ibom, Katsina. So let us go and look at what happened there. So let's look at that. So when you go and look at Akwa Ibom, is down here somewhere. Akwa Ibom is at the bottom, and Katsina. So all of that was a psychological move. So you can see how far apart they are. Oh, they created states there. They're creating. Okay, they're creating. But what is the intent? That was hidden. So for a couple of years, and until that issue with Babangida and with Abiola. So now, let's see. So now, I'm trying to get down. Sorry, go back again. So let me see. So 87. So 87, and there was a lot of discussion, and there was a lot of protest against Abacha, and people in the press were always out. So please, I urge you all, you're watching this, please, the best way you can support this platform is to really help us grow the YouTube platform. Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We're here to enlighten our people. We don't believe in tittle-tattle. We want you to have the real information necessary for you to be able to make informed decisions. Like I said, currently the breaking news is that the website for the countdown to the INEC elections is down. It's down. That's the breaking news. You can quote it for me here. So let's let me just quickly do something before we go ahead too far. So you can see now, Akwa Ibom, Zamfara. So they make you believe, oh, by the way, oh, that's okay, they just created states. And then 4 years after, in not Zamfara, sorry. So Katsina, so Akwa Ibom and Katsina. So let me just go back again, sorry about that. So Akwa Ibom and Katsina. So you can see how far apart. So you think it affects both sides of the country, but all of that is designed that way to take our mind away from what they really wanted to do. They really, that was their plan. So now, so that's what I wanted you to look at that. And then when you look at the next one, where is it now? So then you then look at the next thing you did, which was they did Delta and all that stuff. All of that was to ensure that the North had more powers. So when they first did that trickery, okay, now we're going to move in. So they mentioned more states. So you kill Abia, Enugu, Delta, Jigawa, you know, that key ones, Jigawa, Kebbi, those two, right there. They hid. Look at that. Let me go and go Jigawa and Kebbi. Let me show you what I mean to show so you understand. Kebbi and Zamfara. Yeah. Look at them. They Sokoto had 23 before. They still have the same 23. So they added 35 local government areas to the north at the stroke of a pen. At the stroke of a pen. So now that's Kebbi and Zamfara. So let's go and look at the other one. Kano, Jigawa. Kano before had 20 local government areas. At a stroke, they added 61 local government areas by adding Katsina and Jigawa, and then they gave Kano a further 26 more local government areas. That is injustice. That is injustice. That is injustice. These are things that we, the people, need to speak up about. And many people who are voting now, they will have no clue. They will have no idea how fraudulent this constitution is. That's why I've always said from beginning that this constitution that you're looking at is a fraud. It is a fraud. Now, let us do something more. So I'm going to go and bring that constitution back up now. So I hope you're following what we're saying here. And if it resonates with you, please do share. So we have talked about the exclusive legislative list. We're now going to go to page 12. I want to go to page 12 and tie this together for you. Page 12. Let's go to page 12. Is it page 12? I think it's 12 or 13, one of the two. Yeah, page 13, sorry. So it's page 13. Okay, page 13. I want you to look at this, and I'm going to read this with you. I want you to look at this, and I'm going to read this with you so you get a real clear understanding. Now, I've got my glasses. Please, if this resonates with you, please share, subscribe to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. It is really important that this information reaches as many people as possible, and we need your help in getting that there, you know. Please. Okay, let me just go out. Okay, sorry. Beg your pardon. Okay, I'm gonna do this now. Okay, so 1 minute. I'm hoping that it works. So okay, so let's try that now. Give me a minute, please. Just give me a second. I've just had to reset the system here. I'm trying to see if the phone line will work, but I think it's down. So I'm trying to fix that. I'm hoping that I will be able to get that done. But I want to talk to you about this particular section of the Constitution. Please do share. This can save millions of people from believing in a lie. The Nigerian Constitution, I can categorically tell you, is a lie. It's a fraud. It is a fraud of the highest order. And until we, you know, we need to confront it. We have to expose the lies. This is a sheer lie that we've been told. We've been told a lie for so many times that we must not believe it anymore. We need to wake up. So I'm hoping that this will encourage us to wake up and look at things and see it for what it is. They've lied to us for so long that we need to really wake up. So now, the local autonomous government, let me just show you. I'm going to show you a picture. So just to, because I need to link it properly. Where is it? Okay, there. I'll just go on here a second now. And I'm going to show you quickly. I want to go here. These are the 774 local government areas they created. The ones in white, yeah? They have no autonomy. Here is why. I'm trying to show you why they have no autonomy. It's not only that they don't have, but why. Now, let's go and look at this. Here we go. So now, because it was... So now, if you look at this now, everything is said here. Local government of the system of local government by democratically elected local government councils is under the Constitution guaranteed. That's all empty. It's empty words. And accordingly, the government of every state shall, subject to Section 8 of this Constitution, ensure the existence under law a law which provides for the establishment of structure, composition, finance, and functions of such councils. So you would think, you would read this and think, oh yes, it's allowed under the Constitution. But there will be some serious words, some bombshells that I will explain as we go down. Number 2, the person authorized by law to prescribe area over which local government council may exercise authority shall A, define such area as clearly as and as practicable as possible, as clearly as practicable, and B, ensure to the extent to which it may be reasonably justifiable that the defining such area is paid to common interest of the community in the area, traditional association of the community, and administrative convenience. 3. It shall be the duty of a local government council within the state to participate in economic planning and development of the area referred to in this subsection 2 of this section, and to this end an economic planning board shall be established by a law enacted by the House of Assembly of the state. The government of a state shall ensure ensure that every person who is entitled to vote or be voted for at an election to a House of Assembly shall have the right to vote or be voted for at an election to a local government council. The functions of the conferred by law upon the local government council shall include those set out in the 4th schedule to this constitution. Subject to provision of this constitution, the National Assembly shall make provisions for statutory allocation of public funds to local government and local government councils in the federation. And B, the House of Assembly, those two, you see these two. You see these two are critical. More so the B. The B. I want you to listen to the words of the B. The House of Assembly of a state shall make provisions. It's not mandatory. In effect, it's like if they want to, if they wish, they can. It is not mandatory. It is not mandatory, and that is the key thing that we didn't to have. Greetings, Ambrose Jerica. Thank you, my brother. Greetings, my brother. I'll pin your message. So yeah, no election in Biafran land. I agree with you, Ambrose Jerica. We shouldn't be having elections, but I'm saying for those who are going to go and vote, they need to be aware of these things, because I know some people will still go and vote. I personally, for example, I've told you now, the local government areas, they have no autonomy. So your voting is a waste of time. It's a waste of time. You're not going to change the fraud. The election, the constitution itself is entirely fraudulent from top to bottom. And the local government areas is the unseen machinations that has been the foundation for this fraud. And we are exposing all of that to you all to see what they have done. We're exposing it to you so that you can understand the damage that they have done to us all collectively, and why the only solution is a referendum with a clause for self-determination. Because these people are intent on enslaving us in our own land. No ifs, no buts. That is the state of play. So the bit I'm trying to make you to understand in all of this is this. It says here, the House of Assembly of the state shall make provisions for all statutory allocation of public revenue to local government councils within the state. Well, that's only a provision. There is nowhere in this constitution that talks about that the local government area has autonomy. Nowhere. Anybody bring it. If you know it is, if you can do it, if you can prove it online, call in. And let me get my phone up and running. Hopefully it'll be running. Call it. If you can prove that, please bring it. So let me just so I'm gonna open the phone lines so people can call in. Just give me, let me just go on. Skip that for now. I just want to yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure if you will. I'll try it anyway. So the reason I'm saying all of this, I'm hoping that the phone line will come back on soon, because I'm trying to fix the phone so that it can, it's got full data and all that stuff. I've had to wipe some things. So you can contribute to this, and I want you all to please share this message. It's very, very, very important message that it can part of what we need. We need these people who are going to vote to understand why we are so sure that Yoruba Nation, Biafra Nation, Middle Belt, Arewa, Ambazonia is the only way forward. And the only way we can do that is to explain to them that the process that they are currently engaged in is fraudulent, and it's not going to yield the result that they desire, that they hope. That is why we are talking about this, and so clear and passionate about it. The as we speak to you, section 76B, it's only a provision. The states can only make a provision. It's not mandated, and the local government authorities are not. There's no mention of them as having constitutional powers within this fraudulent 1999 document. And like I told you, because of that, they can award oil blocks from anywhere across the whole country to anybody they see fit, because this constitution allows it. And that is why we have to go for a referendum. That is why a referendum is a must. We cannot trust this election on the basis of the lack of autonomy of the local government authorities. That means that there is nobody accountable that we, the local people, can hold to account. Please share this broadcast. I really urge you all. Don't keep this to yourself. This is really important information, and I know there is a lot of things that are being done to silence powerful information like this. These are powerful information to awaken us, to make us understand what has been done to us. So let me bring that down. So you can see now that the local government areas, key thing to understand, they have no autonomy. You're voting in the next election, this 20 in 20 whatever. Well, we don't know how many more days now, because that has gone off it's gone off the rails somehow. Let me go back here. Sorry, not there. 1 second. Let me go back here. There. I'm going to bring that back. I want to show you something. So let's just go back. So now, this is the timetable for 2023 elections in INEC. For over 2 hours now, we've been trying to go back on it. Let's see if it's back in. You see? Can you see that? So if something goes off, if we start hearing something different in Nigeria about the elections, we know why, don't we? We will know why. If if we start hearing something different about the election, because it's over 2 hours now, they haven't. It's been down. What else is down? We don't know. But I'm just showing you, just so you know, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen Network, the platform where we speak truth to power. Just to make you understand, the breaking news that we have right now is that the website, the INEC official, so-called official website, and by the way, I call it the non-independent Nigerian Electoral Commission, National Electoral Commission, the non-independent. That's what I call it. I think I have a post somewhere. I'll show you what I mean. Let me go and get it out. I like to, play about. I don't believe them. I don't trust them. So you can please go and subscribe to Citizen Network on YouTube. I really do need your support in growing the platform and the kind of message that we're sharing now, a message that you will not get anywhere else, because we try and take the time. We take the time to research what we're going to bring to you, and it's to enlighten us, to wake us up. There's a poll that is going on there at the minute, and I'll show you. But I want to show you this one. Where is it? This is it. This is the one. This is the one I want you to see. Hopefully, we'll come back. Yeah. So that is how we look at INEC. So it is non-independent National Electoral Commission. It is a puppet. INEC is a military puppet. INEC is a military puppet. It is important we understand that. I'm not saying that lightly. I am saying that because of what has been going on. Let's have a look if you can. Okay, yeah, it's going to do that. Okay, I shouldn't have done that, but anyway, never mind. We'll come back. So please, very important that we understand that going forward. Share this broadcast. Make people understand that when you call INEC, they are fraudulent. They cannot be relied on. It is a military. It's a military body, and I'll show you. They put it within that document without even our say so. Where is it? This is it here. Yeah, let me show you quickly. I'm gonna quickly go. Is it number 8 on this thing? It might be number 8. I'm not sure. It's number 8. It may be number 8. Not sure. Okay, I'll show you anyway. You see it come up. So here, in the fraudulent document, there you have INEC. You see? And if it was working fine, you would think that this document would link to that website, to the INEC. You would think that this would link to INEC, but it isn't. It says Nigerian law. That's all it talks about. It's not linked to it. So there's, but I'm just showing you. It's not independent. So we maintain that INEC is not independent, and we need to understand that what is being used here is we are being oppressed in our own land by a fraudulent bunch of people that have actually enslaved us. So we need people to please share our broadcast, help us reach more people with this broadcast, because it is really powerful information that many people maybe have not looked at and try to understand, what's being done. And I want to say to my Yoruba brothers and sisters, I'll be doing a program on this in Yoruba. I will be doing no election, exact Jane Friday, yes, no election in Biafra land. I agree with you completely. Please do share the broadcast as you're watching. Help us reach more people. We need this information to be shared. And make people aware of what has been done to us. This is a huge fraud, a huge gargantuan fraud that has been perfected on you and I. And until we wake our people up, we're not going to change anything. And that is why we need them to be part of this process. I understand you want to vote. I understand you want to carry out your democratic right. But it's what you call a right is actually an illusion. These guys have been trying to trick you, to make you believe that what you're about to do will make a difference in the elections. But it isn't. It's designed to enslave you even more. Chola Okelola, thank you very much for joining. I'm trying to get as many people see. I want to see who's watching me. I'm not quite sure how many is watching on here. But we're not going to bother. We're not going to be, we won't relent. We won't relent. So if you do want to call in, you can call in on +44 7399 580 606. Call in on what you've seen so far. I might take 1 or 2 calls before I wrap up, but let me see if it, let me see. Let me see if it will let me. If I do that, I'll come back to you later. So let me see. So what we are trying to do is to encourage you to please share this broadcast with family and friends. I'll run through 1 or 2 things about it. If you want to make a phone call, call in +44 7399 580 606. I'm here to take your call, and maybe you can have 1 or 2 discussions about how you think, how you see what I've said so far. Does it resonate with you? Will you share it with family and friends? These are things that are really, really important. So I'm trying to make sure that we get as many people as possible, to see this information. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing here. So I'm trying to share it on more platforms, if you like, and we'll probably reshare it at some point. I might restream it even later on. I might even restream it. I'm not sure yet. I may restream it because it is very powerful. But this time, if I restream it, then I will do the English, the Yoruba version as well at some point, very, very, in due course, because this is information at this late hour that is of invaluable importance, immense importance to those who are intent on voting in that fraudulent 1999 elections. Let me see if I can get this ready. So 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to put that up here. So if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed to Citizen AY, please go ahead and do so, because as you can see now, there are very important information that you can okay, somebody's calling me. I'm going to pick up that call. Hello. Hello, CAY. Well done, my brother. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Well done. You're live. Thank you very much, sir. Please bear in mind, yes. And I want our listeners to know that this program is going to come to Yoruba World Media within the next few days. Okay. CAY is coming to enlighten the entire world about the program that he is doing now, right on his mother program, which is the Yoruba World Media. Yeah. Thank you so much for the enlightenment, because our people need this enlightenment. Yes. And I want to contribute in this way. Please go ahead. Go ahead. Nigeria from day one has been a fraud. And let me sensitize our people across the world
that what is called Nigeria today is meaningless.
Yes.
It is baseless.
Mm-hmm.
It has got no any meaning at all.
Yeah.
It is only a coinage of a business establishment of both Britain and all its allies.
Indeed.
And
Indeed.
that is why today there is no any results in any sort of developmental drive in Nigeria.
Yep.
And before I go on, let me start our people again.
Yeah.
That as you are listening to this program, let me tell you something. Even since I was talking about referendum, referendum can never work in Nigeria. And one of the reasons why it can't work is that it is the same course of election that it is going to take if they will have to run for a referendum.
Mm-hmm.
No referendum can never work in Nigeria. It is we people that must get ourselves out.
Yeah.
Either by nuke or by crook. Because those who are the slave masters,
Yes.
they are using the federal might,
Yes.
which happens to be the seat of power at federal level.
Yeah.
And those people are the slave dealers. And
Yeah.
the slave dealers are actually dealing with the so-called slave sort of masters.
Yep.
And the slave masters are our senators and all the reps members, as well as some of the southern obas and House of Rep members and all the governors. These are slave agents.
They are totally.
They are serving the slave traders who happens to be all the so-called federal minds.
Yeah.
So the slave masters are the colonial masters who are actually putting switches there as government in Nigeria. Since Nigeria has been established, there has never been a thorough government.
Never.
They have always been a switching of the colonial masters.
Yeah.
We have had proxy government in Nigeria. It has never existed.
Thank you.
It has never been ruled by any rule of law.
Yeah.
Or by any constitutional sort of worthiness. Because the constitution itself is a fraud.
Yeah.
It is a documentation that is meant to exploit and loot the nation.
Yeah.
And as I'm talking to you, even the Fulanis, they are having a grip of power.
Yeah.
It is not that in totality they are the one enjoying the benefit of the fraud. Only 30% of the fraud is coming to them, and 70% are what the colonial masters are cutting away.
Yep.
And that is why the life of every Nigerian, so-called, is being lived abroad, not within Nigeria.
Yep.
And let me ask our listeners, how many times has it occurred to Nigeria that Nigeria is not exporting oil?
Exactly.
We have always been within the 5 range of units, either second largest oil producing, or third largest, or fourth largest, or fifth largest, or sixth largest.
Yeah.
Now, where is all the money? Nigerians, ask yourself questions. Where is the money that is being made through the oil export in Nigeria? So, if people are educating you the way we're educating you, that it is that your destiny is in your hands, and you have to snatch that destiny back. Don't think that people are fools. Don't think that they are fooling you or they are deceiving you. We have put in serious darkness in Nigeria. Information are not penetrating because the federal government has taken over the entire information sources and bought them over and threatening them that if they dare on any occasion transmit what will be anti-Buhari government, that they are going to either be shut down or be humiliated by DSS. So it is we as a people that must stand up for our right and get ourselves out of the logjam that we are, because we have been made slaves right on our own land. And I'm urging every Nigerian, as you are referring to yourself, as we are speaking, you have to stand up for your right. The so-called politicians who are being sold to you currently, these are slave traders trading you out as slaves. They know the constitution they are coming to inherit, to rule you, is a fraudulent constitution.
Yeah.
And many of these guys, you see them coming to Britain, traveling to come and get counseling here, because what they are being told here is that they are going to serve their interests.
Yep.
And you are not asking if Britain has to do election, the potential prime minister will they come to Nigeria to come and get authority. So if these things are happening, why are Nigerians not being sensitized to understand that they are being ruled by stooges? by proxies.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we understand that the fight we are fighting currently, even we as Yoruba people who want to get out of Nigeria, is a fight for true freedom from enslavement. We have been enslaved for a very long time, and it is time for us now to open our eyes and understand that our politicians are slave traders.
Yep.
These are what is being substituted for the old traditional rulers who sold our brothers and sisters hundreds of years ago into slavery. So what we are having at the moment is a repackaged, a remodified enslavement of we the Yoruba people. And let me tell you this, the most grievous offense, the most grievous criminal offense that has been committed
Yeah.
to the entire humanity has been against Yoruba people.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
you know what is happening across the world today? Every Yoruba person on the planet today is a slave to
Yeah.
a white man. This is the reality on ground. And imagine what happened during the slave trade.
Yeah.
Imagine how millions upon millions of Yorubas are taken away from their land, destroyed in sea, thrown to the fishes to eat.
Yeah.
And then imagine what has happened to us. And that's why today we can boast of 80 million Yorubas in Brazil.
Yeah.
40% of Cuban population are Yorubas.
Yeah.
And you can imagine what has transpired in the past before we have 40% Yorubas in Cuba today.
Indeed.
And 80 million Yorubas today in Brazil. So imagine the other millions that have lost their lives because of the adventure of the white man.
Yeah.
So now, let us now come back home to West Africa, to West African coast. From Lagos, traveling through the coastal areas, from Benin, Togo, Ghana, Ivory Coast, we have densely populated Yoruba population in all these countries. Even today, in Ivory Coast, we have over 5 million Yorubas there. Accra belongs to Yoruba people. So you can imagine the level of devastation and destruction of Yoruba people's life is even worse than so-called locals that they always promote. And nobody is talking about how they have destroyed the life of we the Yoruba people.
Indeed.
If we don't stand up to fight for our rights, I'm telling you, nobody is going to fight for us. We must fight for
We have to.
rights and recapture our destiny back from those who have destroyed us for over 700-800 years. The time is now. We have to rise up.
Yes.
Challenges. Election or no election, it is all enslavement.
It is.
The constitution itself, if anybody says he's going to be a presidential candidate, that person knows that the constitution that is going to guide him is another constitution.
Exactly.
And it's a constitution that has been fraudulently put together in order to subdue with the southerners and make us slaves in our own land.
Indeed. Indeed. Indeed.
I'm begging you, Yoruba people, even no any referendum can manipulate the referendum. With the level of killing in Yoruba land today, is anybody abroad, any white country, are they listening to us?
No.
They don't want to know because they are the people that are using these people.
Yeah.
Let me now go to another level and another 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Immediately after the Civil War, the people that were given the key to Nigeria are these military guys that you are talking about. And that is why you have the likes of Abdul Salam, Obasanjo, Babangida, Buhari, and Bamai, and so on. These are the league of young soldiers then who fought in the Civil War.
Yes.
And the formidable ones that they saw as threats, who were more elderly and more experienced and more exposed then, people like Benjamin Adekunle, people like Ishito Alao, whom they deliberately sent on an errand and shoot down his plane because he was a resourceful Air Force leader. All these things are the doom they have unleashed on us as Yoruba people.
Yeah.
So, all the military guys that we have today, especially from the north, Abdul Salam, Babangida, Buhari, Obasanjo, these are the people that the so-called colonial masters are using to destroy us. They've never been a true leader.
No.
They are sellouts and they are proxies of the Western world.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's why every policy they put together has been a policy to favor the colonial masters.
Indeed.
They are the
Indeed.
ones driving them. They are not giving at the expense of we the populace.
Yep. Yep.
So I'm urging everyone listening to CCKY. CCKY is bringing this enlightenment to the world media. Maybe either by this Wednesday.
We will
come and join him.
Yes.
Because we need more enlightenment and let our people understand that any election coming is a fraud.
It's a fraud.
It's going to bring you back to
It's a straight fraud.
So why do we have to be wasting our time? All these military boys, even though they were so young then, their adventures being used.
Yeah.
Their adventures being used by the colonial masters to continue in a sort of indirect rule in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Why there is no
Hello?
central bank in francophone nations?
Yeah.
Every money that every francophone nation has to be stored in Paris.
Exactly.
As the capital of France.
Mm-hmm.
And even when they're collecting their own money from that bank, they have to pay for collecting their own money.
Exactly.
So in francophone countries, what they do is they put an indirect rule there.
Exactly.
They are the one controlling the government, and all the proceeds of that country is being used, through these practices to bring them to their country. That's the reason why in Nigeria today, every life of Nigeria is being lived in the UK, in America, in France, and in other European countries.
Exactly.
We have no life.
Exactly. You are speaking the truth.
Slavery that we were hundreds of years ago
Yes.
is the same slavery that we are today, but remodified.
Exactly. It's been reconstituted.
Enslavement. Or through indirect rule.
Yes.
Using you to destroy you.
Yes.
They are using part of us
To destroy us. Yes.
And that's why you see many of our leaders, they cannot talk because immediately they enter, they realize that they have been turned to slave traders. So your senators, your governors, some of your traditional rulers, these people are trading you into slavery.
Yes.
Please wake up, you Yoruba people. Get out of this enslavement.
Yes, so.
Now, if there is any election this February, it is not going to renew the amalgamation of the past.
No.
And so we will not be able to get out again.
Yes.
This is here why.
Yes.
This program must continue.
Yes.
Let it be one of it's very educating, and by God's grace, this Wednesday we are going to treat this program on the Yoruba World Media from 7 o'clock on Wednesday.
Absolutely.
I don't want to bore our listeners. That's just what I want to explain to you.
Okay.
Yorubas, wake up.
Yes.
Get yourself out of enslavement. Every senator,
Mm-hmm.
every of members,
Mm-hmm.
every other that are given rig with oil rigs, they are agents of enslavement. They are selling you into slavery.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, my brother. We'll talk later. Eshongoni. Right, okay. So that was very powerful. You could hear the passion that was being spoken, with which he was speaking there. And I want to show you this. I want you to understand that this is a game that's been played. I'm going to give you a further video. It's only like 2 or 10 seconds, but we'll listen to it and we will further break down what they're talking about. You will hear Ahmed Lawan make some excuse. Listen to his words though. Listen.
Now in the State House of Assembly,
Hang on. Let's do this now.
the National Assembly had done its work.
You see?
Now in the State House of Assembly, those particular amendments that many Nigerians feel are so critical and crucial for entrenching democracy in Nigeria
Listen.
have not passed.
Autonomy. Did you see that? They did not pass it. Now let's listen.
For local government. They had a reason for doing that. The reason was simple. If the local government authorities have no autonomy, they can do as they please with the local government authority, particularly when they come to issue of resources, mineral reserves in those areas. They can do as they please.
So I want to just go back again. I want you to hear the words again. Listen to his words. Very important. Listen to the words. Now listen.
The National Assembly had done its work. Now in the State House of Assembly, those particular amendments that many Nigerians feel are so critical and crucial for entrenching democracy in Nigeria have not passed.
So what he's saying is that the State House of Assembly, they did not pass. The ones who are telling you to go and vote now, they did not pass the motion that would have allowed for the autonomy for the local government authorities to be tabled at the National Assembly. Listen, oh, listen, my people. The people who are telling you, yes, get your PVC, they are denying the local government authority the right to autonomy by throwing out the promotion from each of the House of Assemblies, all of the House of Assemblies. If they had all agreed to it, maybe 2/3 of them, that would have been straight in front of the National Assembly, in front of the House of Reps, and then to the Senate, and it would have probably been passed. We don't know, but at least let's have that. Let's start having. Listen to the words. I want you to listen to the words. Listen, because the people who are telling you to go and vote, they are making sure that your vote is a useless vote. Listen slowly. Listen. Now, listen.
And councils.
The National Assembly had done its work. Now, in the State House of Assembly, those particular amendments that many Nigerians feel are so critical and crucial for entrenching democracy in Nigeria have not passed.
Now, the reason, so that's what I'm telling you to understand. They are telling you to go and vote on the 25th of February. They are telling you to go and vote. But the very thing that they needed to have made sure that you voted comfortably, they took away from you. Are you following me? Are you following me? Type 1 if it makes sense. So, what you need for you to have belief in this democracy, they took it away. The local government, weeks before the elections, they had the power to put the motion before the House of Assembly, the House of Reps, and the Senate to say the people are calling for autonomy for the local government. We, the states, we now put this before you to pass into law. But they didn't pass it. That is what he was saying there. That is, listen, let me play it one more time. Listen, that is what he was saying there.
Now, in the State House of Assembly, those particular amendments that many Nigerians feel are so critical and crucial for entrenching democracy in Nigeria have not passed.
So, you notice he said, we have done our job. But don't be surprised that if it's the same Ahmed Lawan, the same people that told the state government, under no circumstances must you pass it. If you pass it, your state will not get your money. This is all politics. Oh, my people, you don't understand what's going on. You guys, please share this broadcast. This is really, really important information. When they are telling you to vote in elections, and at the same time, they are throwing out the motion that would change the face of that nation. What does that tell you? They're throwing out a motion that would give autonomy to local government areas. And they don't want that to happen because they are benefiting. The likes of Ahmed Lawan and others are benefiting from oil blocks and God knows what else that they are awarded arbitrarily. Arbitrarily. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We are urging you. This information is critical. If you know of anybody, all of the obedience, send it to them. All of the Emilikons, send it to them. All of the articles, send it to them. Let them understand what has been done. This has gone on for long enough. Please share this the information. Subscribe to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. That's the best way you can help us, because a lot of work we do here, we do extensive research, we try and understand. We don't do tittle tattle here. What we do is to try and give you information for you to be able to make informed decisions. You have just had the Senate president say, we have done our job, but they have not passed the state house of assembly. They have not passed the autonomy for local government. Those are his words. But the same people who have not passed that law are going to tell you to vote. They are telling you to go and vote election. Get your PVC. Of what use is your PVC when they are not allowing your local government to have autonomy? I want to know. Please do call in. If you want to call in, call in +44 7399 582 606. I've got a bit of time. If you want to call in, I can take 1 or 2 more calls. I appreciate my brother Fatai that spoke at length. But we need to understand what is being done here. They're telling you to get your PVC, but they have failed. They have failed. They've made sure that the law, the autonomy that you need to have water, light, road, schools, bridges fixed in your community, in your local government area, they took away that law from you, and they're telling you to vote. Of what nonsense is that? What nonsense is that? How does that make sense? How is that making sense to you? How can you listen to his words? This is the key thing that I'm bringing here. Listen to his words. And I want you to know that this is a job. This is exactly what the military had in mind. The military are making sure that they control everything. They control the process. They control the people. They control everything. This is a military document. Now, let me go back and let me listen to the words. Listen to his words. Listen to his words again.
National Assembly had done its work. Now, in the State House of Assembly, those particular amendments that many Nigerians feel are so critical and crucial for entrenching democracy in Nigeria have not passed.
Autonomy.
So we understand that. Please, specifically, this message is aimed at those of you that want to go and vote on the 25th of February 2023. Ask yourself this question. Why is it that the State House of Assembly refused to pass a motion to give autonomy to the local government areas in which you live? Think about that too. Why is it that the local government areas, thank you for typing on Coastal Region, thank you. Why is it, if this resonates with you, if you understand what I'm saying, please type 1. I'm asking a question. Why is it that the House of Assemblies in your area, they have refused, your state House of Assemblies, they have all refused to pass the law that would allow local government to have autonomy? They have refused to put it before the National Assembly for it to be debated by the House of Reps and the Senators. Why? If they have refused that, why do you think that any vote of yours will make a difference? The most important piece of legislation that you need right now is autonomy, to be able to build roads, water, light in your community. And all of the State House of Assemblies have rejected it. At the instruction of the entire system, the military system controlling it, because they haven't done it on their own. All of them, they rejected it. You heard Ahmed Lawan say it there. It has not passed. And it has not passed because that is what the system designed. They do not want power to be devolved down to the local government area. And without power devolving to the local government area, what you have is not a democracy. You do not have a democracy. And we need to state this loud and clear. Loud and clear. So please share this information. If you're watching on whatever platform, this is critical information that we're sharing to enlighten those who are thinking of elections. Let me show you again. One more thing I want to show you quickly. Let me go back and show you this now. I want you to look at this. Let's go back a step. I want you to know. Look at that. So I'll go one more time. I know it's too quick. Right now, live right now, I've pinned that thing. You see the link that you see that you can see on the screen. I have pinned it onto both Facebook and YouTube. Just click on the link and see what you find. That's the link for the INEC. That is the link for the INEC. And look at what happens when I click on it. You can do the same thing. Do it. Watch. Establishing error, establishing a database connection. If you can see it on your end, let me know. No problem. No problem. But if you can't see it, Yawa don't gaso. The longer that goes on, it's a warning sign of what is about to happen. It's a warning sign. So those of you talking about elections, I want you to be aware of that. Now let me just go back again. The issue that you need to answer in your own mind before you cast a single vote, the issue that you must, we've already talked about how we got here, the three-step strategy. It was a three-step strategy. Babangida carried out the first leg, Abacha carried out the second leg, Abdusalami completed the third leg to take the entire nation. And I've showed it on this broadcast. You can watch it over again. I may run through it with you briefly, but I want you to listen to this bit. If you are going to vote, please explain something to me. If you're going to vote in this elections, I understand you want to vote, that's fine. But please answer this question. Why is it that the House of Assemblies, they want you to vote in elections, but the House of Assembly had the opportunity to empower the local government authorities before these elections, weeks before these elections, but they voted it down? They didn't let it go to the House of Reps and House and the Senate. They voted it down collectively at the instruction of the entire system. This is why I'm telling you that this system is a military system in position. We are not free. We need to recognize that collectively. I want this message, all of the obedience, listen to the message I am saying to you here. Those are the words of Ahmed Lawan. Oh, sorry, let me get that call back. Sorry, somebody just called me. I was busy yapping away. I just missed the call. I'll call you straight back. I'm going to do that now. Sorry. Sorry about that. 1 second. If it goes, can you hear me? I'm going to take the call. Okay, if it goes off, I'll call you straight back. Don't worry. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I'm taking the call now. Okay, go ahead. Hello,
citizen.
Hello, my brother. How are you doing? Go ahead.
Good evening, sir. It's bright, citizen.
Yes, I know. Go ahead. Welcome on board. Go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
No problem.
God bless you for your great job.
Yeah, thank you, and you too.
What I want to tell my people is that we Biafrans, we have concluded that we are not going.
Yes.
And my fellow Dudua people, I send greetings from the coastal region.
Yes.
I am the anchor of the coastal region liberation team.
Fantastic.
We are international and we are still on ground.
Yeah.
We are also doing missionary work to preach the good message of freedom to our people.
Mm-hmm.
We've been bearing a false identity.
Yes.
We cannot continue to bear a false identity and live our real identity. We have damaged, not just damned our ancestors, but our traditional system, our life, our culture, and everything that represents us is dying.
Yeah, indeed.
And, for you people from the Oduduwa, I must thank you people for what you have embarked on. There is a very serious price to pay as freedom fighters.
Yes.
It may not come, the result may not come exactly how we want it, but
yes.
If we can try, we have been working hard to sensitize people from the coastal region where they call Niger Delta today, that if we can come together and choose not to vote for this election, then we have almost won the battle.
Yeah.
We almost won our freedom, because it means that the Nigerian government do no longer have authority. They do no longer have command over our own region.
Yeah.
Because the agreement that our ancestors signed with these people to become part of Nigeria was to respect our territorial integrity, which they never did.
They never did,
which means they committed genocide in order to force us to be Nigeria.
Indeed.
Nigeria is an imposed identity, and if we continue to rob our ancestors the chance, the what they have fought for, the civilization they were were building
Yeah.
was interrupted
Yeah.
by the same people who created the Nigeria.
Yeah.
And that is why it is not created to work for you and I.
No.
It will continue to hurt us. They are killing us.
Yeah.
And they are starving us. They have imbibed the system they call the economic jihad. If you go to the north, you will see that all of them are receiving their new currency exchange and having 200 naira on top of it for changing their money.
Yeah.
While in our own area, in the south, in the west, and in the southeast, people do not have access to their own money.
Yeah.
To even feed their children, their kids, and send their families to school. So somebody who does not look like us is in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Campaigning for the Nigerian election.
Yeah.
I don't know. This type of see finish is just too much. We got here because we never realized we lost our identity to somebody who came to kill us. I am begging you people, my people from Moduduwa, we have a very good relationship.
Yes.
No matter the propaganda that the politics have played in the past, it is the right time. This is a clarion call for any young Yoruba or Dudua person, any young Igbo person, any young person from the coast, from the Niger Delta. This is a clarion call for you to rise up so that you will not have those people who came to conquer you before to keep you under their enslavement.
Yeah.
We will continue to reach out with you, but those of us who are choosing the path of freedom, we are ready to lay down our life for it. We know the cost, we know the price, and we know what it's going to take before we embark on this, so that you will not come to misunderstand us. I am very happy that I'm here, Citizen AY.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my fellow people, I want to speak to you like your brother.
Yes.
And like your own very, very person.
Yes.
We, the Southerners, the Southeast, and the Oduduwa people, we have a lot of things in common. We are very industrious. We are very intelligent. We know how to share ideas together. If we can come, you know, when Nigeria is created, if you look at the structure and everything that happens every day by day, you must know that it was not built for your own interest.
No way.
It was built because they destroy your own and imposed their own on you.
Exactly.
They did it psychologically.
Thank you.
And politically in order to make you so that they will use you to destroy yourself.
Yep.
They are using us to kill ourselves, and we must destroy this self-hate and face the enemy.
Yeah.
But first of all, we must free ourselves from the hands of the oppressor.
Indeed.
There is nobody can change Nigeria.
No.
Nobody.
Nobody.
There is nobody.
It's finished.
There is no solution for Nigeria. Anybody telling you that there is a solution for Nigeria is telling you the person is not prepared. The person does not have solution.
No.
Even if a politician comes out today and start preaching to you, if like me now, I don't have intention of contesting any election, but if I have to,
Yes.
I have to prepare myself like 4 or 5 or 10 years before I will declare my intention to contest. Because within this period, I have done my analysis, I have planted different things on ground. If you can't tell me that you want to come and solve flooding problem or water problem when you have not even set up an organization for it before you contest, you have not even go outside to do feasibility study or purchase some materials.
No.
Nigeria need to be an industrialized nation, but it cannot be because these politicians comes to you with empty hands and empty brains.
Yeah.
And they just use, because they know that you don't think outside the bucket. They just use that their shallow, low mentality, low people who are not inspired. People who have not, they don't have anything upstairs to offer you. They do not have anything on ground. People can explain different kind of economic problem, insecurity problem. He do not have the solution. Ask him how.
No.
Ask him to show you 1 or 2 things that evident whatever he is saying. He doesn't have it.
Yeah.
He is coming to serve the slave master. Before you become a president of Nigeria, you must sign something that will make you must sign that jihad.
Yeah.
Islamic jihad comes first.
Yeah.
Before any other person in the country.
Yeah.
We have seen Ruby go and sign those kind of documents now. We have seen that thing before. We saw it during the time of Jonathan. We've seen it time over. This is not a new system, my people.
No.
These people are not giving you a new Nigeria. They are
Nigeria.
No.
Nigeria means nigger.
Yeah. Exactly.
Nigeria means a colony
Yes.
or a settlement.
Yes.
Nigeria is a conquered. Nigeria is a colony.
Yeah.
A colony. What involves in colony is always by the use of force and strike force.
Indeed.
And that is why when you come out to protest, they will shoot at you. When your mothers come out, they will shoot at them. They will negate them. Those of you from the west, you don't know what we are suffering in the southeast.
Mm-hmm.
Some of our villages has been deserted. People have packed out from those villages.
Yeah.
And some foreigners
Hollowed out
to occupy it.
Yeah.
They are coming there to slaughter people, and these people are very dangerous, my Yoruba people.
Yeah.
These people will kill you, they will kill their victim, and they will blame their victim. They have a way of putting the fault
Yeah.
on the hands of their victim.
Yeah.
You cannot survive with people like this. People like this do not progress. They do not grow.
No.
They do not inspire nothing.
No.
If you die trying to fight for these people, you die for nothing. Your death does not have honor. We are setting up an organization in Biafran system to make sure that every single human being who have died during the course of our movement will be taken into account.
Fantastic. That's what we need.
Decide to build castle or make sculptures of them. We are going to do things when we have our freedom.
Indeed.
We will grow together extremely, my Yoruba people.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are very, very intelligent, even academically. We have so very fine young Yoruba people who will
Indeed.
be very fine soldiers and who will serve their country with
Yes.
a pure heart, not
Yes.
with a heart of bribery and corruption,
No.
looking to tear each other down,
Yeah.
inciting hatred on another group of people. People who do this will never survive, and if they tell you that somebody is coming to solve this problem of corruption and anything,
Yeah.
they are not. These people are not, they do not have foresight.
No.
They are not thinking about the future. A lot of things are going to come in future, my people.
Yeah.
It is not just flooding. Many things will come, but we need to have a kind of society where we can even get ready to like 10 years ahead before it comes close to us. We've seen it. Thank you very much. This is the reason why there is no election in Biafra land in some sensitive place that we are very evident there. If people, if you disobey our order, we are going to challenge you when you try to ask them. We will defend ourselves. This is our stand, and every Biafrans who are still listening must continue to carry this message to their villages, to their communities. Let us come together. This is not something like it's a do or die affair.
No.
Nobody have to die. Nobody had to kill anybody. We just wanted the government to give us a referendum.
Yep.
This is a chance for Nigerians to choose their fate. Whether you want to remain in the colony, in the British enslavement, or you want to have your own free state.
Thank you.
A free country where value will be very, very eminent.
Yes, so
Thank you very much, Citizen AY.
thank you for saying it. Yeah, I'm so glad that you've really tried to got our people to think about what for our own benefit, for our collective benefit, and we Yorubas we stand with the Biafrans, and we are encouraged middle belt and everybody else lovers of freedom. We need to join hands. Our unity is what will defeat this fraudulent contraption that has enslaved us all. So we need to continue to grow and unite together. So thank you so much, my brother Bright. I thank you for the work you're doing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And
we love you guys from the Yoruba. We
thank
care
you.
about you people.
Yes.
And if we succeed,
Yes.
it is going to be a city built with love.
That's it.
And
That's
we,
it.
We will enhance progress extremely.
It's not even if we will succeed, because the time is now. We will succeed. I firmly believe that. We need to push forward, and firmly believe that our commitment to seeing a better future for the coming generation, working towards that collectively, and we can. The only way is success. That's the only way it's going to happen, and that's we will achieve. Ashe. Ise. So, but thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
It's okay.
Thank you.
Call again.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye now. Bye. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can see that there is a lot of emotion and commitment to this struggle. As you're watching, please don't just watch on your own. Share this broadcast. Give us thumbs up. Let it reach more people. The more you share it, the more the algorithm will make it reach more people. We have to reach far more people. Let me just play you. I'll play you this section of the video. Whoops. Okay. I want you to play. I need you to listen particularly to the words as spoken by Ahmed Lawan. He said, we have done our job, as though, oh, it's nothing to do with them. When you are a head of Senate president, when one arm of that of the structure fails to send you information you need to make the lives of the people better, then you haven't done your job. Then you haven't done your job. And that is what people don't understand. They make a throwaway statement and people are not listening. For a Senate president to say, we've done our job, knowing fully well that the right of the people to have a local government autonomy that will improve their lives has been denied yet again. To just state that is callous. It's callous beyond words. And it shows the intent that is all a game to them. Listen to his words and listen to how he delivers it. Listen.
The National Assembly had done its work.
The National Assembly has done its work. What work have they done? Have they passed a law to improve the lives of the people? Or are you just doing a paper exercise? That's what I want to know. What work has they done? If he's so proud to say they've done a work, the National Assembly done what work? What have they done? What has improved the lives of the people? He just, oh, we've done our work, oh, we didn't pass it, but we tried. That's not governance. Governance is to actually impact the lives of the people literally on a daily basis in a positive manner. So they have light, they have road. You make sure that the laws that they need is passed. If that law is not passed, you failed in your duty. If that law is not passed, you have failed in your duty. So to come out and say we've done our job, you haven't done your job. But many people are so afraid to call out this kind of bad governance. This guy is not fit to be in that role, to be frank with you. And this is one of the reasons why we're saying it's time for Yoruba Nation. It's time for Biafra. It's time for Middle Belt. We don't want to talk with these people. We are going. That, all I am saying, I'm standing with the referendum with the clause for self-determination. It has to be in it. And we have to be the ones drawing this up. We cannot trust the people who have imposed this injustice on us to write anything for us. We have to be involved in the process, from a local level to state level to federal. All of us have to be involved in our areas, and the time is now for us. Elections is never the solution. So please, let's not misunderstand. I know what my brother Fatah was saying in terms of referendum is not, but it's we have to be part of that process. Watching it, scrutinizing it, having transparent on-air, live on-air discussions, live on-air monitoring of what is being discussed at town halls, seeing it, so there's no backroom discussion. This is going to be live on TV. That's the kind of referendum I'm talking about. That's what happens in the UK. So let's be very clear about that. We can work out the modalities, but I'm saying to you, when somebody like says we've done our, listen to his words again. Listen to those words. Listen.
Assembly had done its work.
No, hang on.
National Assembly had done its work.
Hang on, let me again. Listen.
Councils.
The National Assembly had done its work. Now, in the State House of Assembly,
the National Assembly has done its work. What work? If the people in the local government area have no autonomy and you are the Senate president, you have not done your work. You have not done your work. You have failed the people. You have collectively failed the people, and that is why we are totally justified in going for self-determination, and we will not relent. We do not wait. It's not for your say-so anymore. We are here to wake up those who are misguided and trying to vote in the fraudulent elections. That election is already decided. Whether you like it or not, Atiku is going to be your president. You watch. Whether you like, Atiku is going to be your president. I know you're going to be voting for Obi, but the system wants a Fulani man. They're not going to risk him in local. Atiku is going to be your president if you carry on. What we need is self-determination and go our own way. They can keep Nigeria in the north. We are fed up of our people suffering and dying. Look at people crying. A man going naked to get money in the bank. A woman going almost naked to get money from the bank. People dying of hunger. People jumping. I've seen a video of a man jumping down. I mean, my people, please share this video. So let's listen on, share it, because we need to wake our people up. Election is not the solution. Dissolution is the only solution. Dissolution. We have to dissolve this. It's a fraud from top to bottom. Enough is enough.
Those particular amendments that many Nigerians feel are so critical and crucial for entrenching democracy in Nigeria have not passed.
You see, they have not passed, and he is quite happy. Oh, we've done our job. What is the critical stuff needed for entrenching democracy has been denied, has been taken away by the state government at the instruction of these people like this, and it's saying they've done their job. What job have they done? Their job is to ease the suffering of the people, using the laws of the land to ensure that everything works past to benefit the people of the land. They failed on that point alone. Singularly failed. Singularly failed. So don't come and say we've done our job. What job? Your job is to improve the lives of the people. If the people cannot hold their governors to account, then you have failed. You have failed. By any measure you care to bring, you have failed. All of you have failed. Everybody in government has failed, and that is why we're saying no more. It's time for self-determination, and we need to work together on this. We know that there are proxies. These guys are proxies for the real people who are exploiting our resources and denying us the benefit to what is God given to us. Until we stand up for ourselves, nobody else. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, cause none of it can stop at the time. How long must they kill our prophets? Or whilst we stand aside and look away? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. I want you help to sing this song of freedom is all I ever had. Oh yeah, redemption song. Redemption song. One more time. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, cause none of it can stop at the time. How long must they kill our prophets? I watch me stand aside and look away. Some say it's just the part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. I want you help to sing. Please share. This song of freedom is all I ever had. Oh yeah, redemption song. Redemption song. This song of freedom is all I ever had. Oh yeah. Redemption song. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Nobody will do it for us. Don't wait for anybody from up on high anywhere. No Muhammad, no Jesus, none of that. Because the people who put you in this enslavement camp are the military. So why are you looking up? The people who are put you in this slave camp are still on this earth. 3 of them and their cliques. They're still on this planet. We need to confront the system they put to bind us into this enslavement camp and free ourselves via self-determination. That's what I'm talking about, emancipation. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. That's what I'm talking about. We can all do this together, but we have to enlighten ourselves. Those of you going to vote, you're wasting your vote. I put it to you categorically. You're wasting your vote. You need to wake up, and we're here to wake you up. If you haven't shared this broadcast, I suggest you do so. If you haven't shared this broadcast, I urgently suggest that you do so. Please do so. Share the broadcast. Help us reach more people. It is of immense importance that we get this information to as many people as possible, because what is being done here, people are under the misconception that you are in a democracy, and I've proven conclusively, without a shadow of doubt, that this what we're being ruled by is a military enslavement camp. We must dismantle it. We must dismantle this without a doubt, and we need to work together. Biafrans, Yorubas, Middle Beltons, even if it's Arewa or Hausas, whatever you want to call it, we need to dismantle. This is a slave camp. People are hoarding money. People are starving, dying because of bad governance that enslaving their own people. They are refusing to give you autonomy. You had the man and somebody, a Senate president, has the temerity to be sitting there and say, we've done a job. What job have you done? When the people are hungry in the land and you say you've done your job, then that is a dereliction of duty. That is a dereliction of duty. That is a dereliction of duty. Go and look up what it means in the dictionary. I'm sure you know. Go on. I don't have to explain that to you. Go and look at it. You are all a bunch of failures, and that's why we're totally justified in going for self-determination. We will not relent. I am going to do this program in Yoruba, but before I go, if anybody wants to make a call, one or two calls, call in +44 7399 580 707. If you want to make a phone call, let me see. 606 +44 7399 580 606. Sorry, I do beg your pardon. It's important, if you're watching this broadcast and you haven't shared it, if you're joining me for the first time, if you're joining Citizen AY for the first time on Citizen AY Facebook, please subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Facebook are switching off the notifications. We have over 119,000 followers, and they are not interested in growing that. We get that. So we're going to be moving and migrating to YouTube over time. What you can do is, as you're watching us right now, go ahead, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube, hit notification button, give us a thumbs up, and of course, like it and share away. Share to 100 people, because the message contained needs to reach every single Emilokon, every single obedient, every single Atiku. All of you need to wake up and understand that what you think you are voting for is a lie. If you think you are voting that is what you are experiencing is a democracy, it is not, because the foundation of that lie is the lack of autonomy for the local government that the state government has been instructed. They have been instructed by the powers that be not to vote it in, not to bring it before the Senate. This is all a game. They have been instructed by those who control that system to make sure that they do not table any motion before the House of Reps nor the Senate, to not give it any chance that they can even challenge the fraudulent 1999 Constitution. So what are we talking about? Your vote is meaningless. I'm telling you categorically that your vote is meaningless. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of your effort. The next day after the election, you will still be in the same situation. No road, no water, no light, no school, no bridges, no healthcare. Nothing will change. In fact, it will get worse. You will be more enslaved than ever. They are going to reduce you to what is being experienced in the north in terms of starvation. They are killing we have the land to grow, farm and feed ourselves, but they're killing so many of the farmers, killing the people, that nobody is going to the farms and people are hungry. And you're telling us to believe in one Nigeria. It's time to wake up. If you haven't subscribed and shared this broadcast, please go ahead. Every time I urge everybody coming in, if you're watching Citizen AY on YouTube, please click the like button, share it, subscribe, let it reach more people. We need it to go viral because the time is short. Let me show you one of the things. I'll leave this here. Let me just go back and bring you one important thing as well. Let me step back a little bit. So here, I want you to look at this. Look at this. This is the supposed timetable. This is live. What you're watching is live. I've put the link in the broadcast. This is the timetable for the 2023 general elections. Look at what happens. You can click it at the same time as I'm clicking it. Look at what happens. Error establishing the database connection. Why is that? If you are experiencing something different, type it, let me know. But so far, I've been trying for the last 3 hours, 4 hours. It has not changed. So we need to be aware. Those of you talking about elections, the error, why is that? Why is the countdown stopped? Is there any reason? Are you aware of that? Are you aware? Make some inquiries. This is what you're seeing live. Let me go again. I'll go back again so you know. This is it. So we're going back in here, and you see the thing up there. That is the link to the INEC. Just to give you a bit of heads up on that. The link is now back up. It's now back up and running. That happened yesterday. It's a replay, so I just want to just give an update. Continue to stay with us because we're going to go live with Mazi Aluzwe in shortly. So let's carry on. So that happened. This happened yesterday. As you see, it says a replay on the screen. So we are just giving you that update, and join us as we are shortly going to go live. But we will give more updates on that. So yeah, thank you very much. Let's carry on with the broadcast until we go live again. Thank you. Timetable, but here we go. Click on it. Watch it now. You can do the same. Hello, caller. Hello. Yes.
Are you live?
Yes, I'm live. I'm live right now.
Okay. I'm
Yes.
Sam calling from UK.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, my brother. Welcome aboard.
I've been watching your
broadcast. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I've been watching your program, and I very, very much appreciate you.
Thank you very much, my brother.
You're very, very few in all of the millions of people called Nigeria.